Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NBA Bit. We get a fun one today. We are going for 3 hours, I think, or however long these drafts are going to take. And we've got 3 special guests, some a little bit more special than the others. We're going to start off the show, TST. He's going to take us through his tool a little bit more. We'll rip a double dribble. Then at noon, Mr. Underdog himself, which I think they might have a little announcement today too. John Warner, RotoRun from the BadgeBros is going to join us at noon. And then at 1 p.m. Eastern time, that is. Although it is funny that I'm forcing Eastern time and I got 2 West Coast guests. But we got Weisberg coming on at 1 o'clock to wind down the show. We're going to be doing double dribbles. We're going to do 3 double dribbles. At least that's the goal anyways, as long as those things are filling. And then, we'll see where we go from there. Let's, what are your guest specialness rankings? Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe we can do that at the end. We can do that at the end and you guys can decide. Because I do think they're all special and they're all different in different ways, in different ways. Let's get our guy TST on here though, shall we? Let's do it like that. Let's get him on there. Bang. How we doing, man? What's going on?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I can't wait for those. I'll have to tune back in for the rankings at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How's the tool building been going these days?
It's been going good. I think I'm probably 95% there. Okay. Probably submit it soon to the Google store to get it in the actual extensions. And then once that gets approved, we can get in some other people's hands.
There we go.
So it's been fun. Updated some projections this morning. So especially that trade with the Atlanta and OKC stuff had to get updated a bit. So got those in there, and then we'll see how this thing flies, and hopefully we can get an advancer.
Yeah, so why don't I jump in one right now, and we just to see how close we are to filling. All right, so this is 5. You can see I already have the tool loaded up in here with as we're waiting for this to fill. One of the things that I missed here the first time we went over this is, and I'm not sure how well people will be able to see it. Actually, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. How does that look? The combo thing is pretty cool. I really enjoy this, especially with the trio here. As you can see, I got a couple shares of Peterson, Suggs, and Pritchard, or I didn't realize I had a total of 3 shares of Ament. But that filled right away. Hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, was there something as we're picking the 104? We see Matty Harrison here. They're looking at a RotoRun right in there, getting one in. We get Ecox, Wydad. This is going to be a tough one. Borland's up there at the turn. But with the updating your ranks here, was there any big movements you saw?
I kind of crammed it in there in the last half hour. So I was kind of catching up on some old ADP stuff, a lot of the rookies had run and some of that type stuff. So I was just kind of updating, you always have to put factor ADP a bit into your ranks. You don't want to be way ahead when you can get a guy later. Or sometimes you have to maybe reach a little higher than where you might have a player projected just to get some exposure to him. So it was more stuff like that I was really I still have to go through a good comb and sure up some teams for their projections and get some minutes down in the correct.
One of the things I wanted to ask you, and I probably will ask each guest this, because I was talking to Nick in the DMs after we were both in a draft, and I think he was at the turn, at the back end of the draft, and I was picking 9 or 10 maybe. And he was just saying it feels like if you don't have a top 3 or 4 pick, you're kind of lighting money on fire this year. And I'm assuming because of the Jokic, Wemby of it all. And then you have Luka, Giannis. I mean, SGA, you could make an argument for. You have any, I don't know, any thoughts on that?
I mean, definitely the last 2 years, it's felt that way. If you go back 3 years, the person won it from the turn. So
that's true. Just while we're on the clock here, is this Giannis? No, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, let's throw Giannis in there.
Just hit a refresh.
Yeah. Here we go. So that's the one thing is that I think if you are multi-tabling with the tool, just beware. It takes a hot second just to kind of refresh. All right, so as you can see, we got Giannis up in here. This tells us that we're at slot 4. Our next pick is pick 21. Gives us some capital.
Yeah, so this changed since last time we were here.
Okay.
So I really went through this. I would say too that like this is the thing I'm least confident in because this is all like we only have 3 years data to base this off of. I did run a bunch of like simulated drafts. So I took like each draft slot and looked at the percentages that picks were made from there.
Okay.
And then simulated 20,000 drafts from each draft slot, and like a bot drafted the other ones, following like the range of ADPs that happened historically. And then, but it followed to give me the different builds. And that's what bases this on. So it's kind of like trying to eliminate like sharp drafters and stuff like that from the builds perspective. And then this gives you like suggested draft capital based on your first pick or first 2 picks, depending where you are on the draft board. And the reason I want to do that is if you looked at the data, like it's like, oh yeah, 7-7-2 is the best build. But then if you get rid of Jokic, like that build gets a little worse in comparison because it was so dependent on that. So it's like, yeah, if you have Jokic or Wemby, you should be going 7-7-2 or 7-7-2. But if you're at the end of the draft, you probably don't want to be doing that. And it doesn't mean you should be pulling up,
right,
you know, a big at the 106 because because starting big is the best thing. So that's kind of what I tried to do. And if you scroll down a bit, what it does is it gives you suggested builds.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you zoom out like one less, because it's.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Excuse me.
So if you zoom down here, it'll tell you kind of like what fit to do and not. And you didn't update to the new one, did you?
No, I guess the last
one. That's why it was slow too. So you're missing one thing on here.
Okay. All right.
That's why it was a little slow there for you. Because that's the one improvement I did in the last update. So
that was the one you sent us last night to the group, right? Yeah.
So the other thing that you'll see in the update here will be that each build is given a grade and a fit. So the fit is based on what draft capital you've allocated so far. So can you actually reach that build in a proper draft allocation?
Interesting.
And then the grade is like how it has done, and it factors in 2 different things. So it factors in advance rate and it factors in percentage of making a final based on pods.
I might be able to do this in real time, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, let's see. We're still 5 picks away. Let me see if I can get the update done in real time. All right, let's do that.
Just unzip it, and then it has a different name, so you'll be able to load it, and then you'll be able to delete the other one after without having to.
Okay, here we go. All right, good content. I don't know. Tell some more stuff while I do this.
That other thing is you were showing the portfolio one earlier. That one I'm gonna like make available to everyone. You will just have
what happened?
Just the comment. Just unzip it. NBA bit after dark. Showing tools and unzipping it. But yeah, so that portfolio thing's gonna be available to everyone. It has the exposures and stuff.
So should I remove the current one?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's. All right, so this one is being used right now, I think. Yeah, because we want 1.01. Okay, so let's remove it. All right. Now, I might have to sign back in, though, so give me a second. All right. Also, let me know if we're 1 pick away.
Yeah, so Ali is going to be our pick so far, which I don't think we mind. But if he goes, it would be Trae Young, and I don't know about that.
Okay, it looks like we're signed in. We might have to sync some lineup data. All right, we're on the clock. Hallie?
Yeah, I'm okay with Hallie.
I am going to have a ton of Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, I don't like. I have him ranked a little further back than you, I think.
Well, probably in your update.
Yeah, he's not projecting that well because even if you go back to like before injury, his minutes weren't crazy high, right? Like they were a team that played deep, and then so just hit the pin button there.
Yep.
So like it's hard to get his projection as high as these other guys just based on like minutes. So we'll see. So there you see the update there with the grade and the fit, and then it'll auto to the grade times the fit.
Okay.
So basically, like if you're not going to be able to fit it, like as in based on your draft allocation, then your grade then your grade doesn't really matter. Like if you can,
Right.
if you're far off the draft allocation of the best one, then it's not going to really work.
Gotcha.
That well.
Now, are you pretty guard heavy here?
Like in this pick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably would be.
I think I'm going to take Josh Giddey here. Do you? Is this pretty flat, this range for you, or no?
Yeah, I moved Booker back in the last rankings update as well.
Okay.
Just like Giddey, I could see having like a bigger year than we expected with all those changes in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There is like maybe a usage. There may be a usage issue with some more guys there, but they should be fun and like get up and down, and he should be able to, up his assists.
Yeah. I think with my first couple of builds, I was getting a lot of Booker and a lot of Jamal. And as I was looking at it, I was like, I think this range is pretty flat. And I don't want to have a strong stance of like 30% of one guy and like 10% of another, which is, I think, is a flaw that I've had in best ball that I've ironed out in the daily game, where that when I first started playing dailies at volume, that is something that I would do, where I would be like, oh, I'm going to have 40% of this guy. And it's like, that's not always helpful. Like if I'm right, yeah, that's really cool. But I'd much rather have shots on those flat ranges. And of course, there will be a couple of stands I'll have, but for like stuff like that, where it's like Giddey, Murray, Booker, even Austin Reeves, like I think I just want to be kind of flat.
And I think when you look at basketball too, it's different than football, because even if you are right, like how right are you going to be?
Right.
Because like, okay, he averages like 1 fantasy point per game higher than the other. So then you were right. Football, like with spike weeks and stuff, that can like change a little more, but because you're likely playing like on average, like 3.5 games a week, you're being right there. It doesn't actually pay off as much as comparative, like that guy goes down with injury and the other guys would have been almost as good of picks even. So if you go to the portfolio tab, that's why I created this kind of. So this takes your next pick and creates the ADP board, and that can kind of see like if there's someone you're really high. Like I'm always kind of like, if I'm always picking someone in here, their exposure is going to be displayed. And it kind of just gives you like the next range of the draft that you're in based on ADP. So it allows also like, okay, if you got a whole bunch of like 107s, then you might be high exposure of these guys because of like where you've picked. But it also just gives you that range of your next pick, showing you the exposures of who's expected. And if you click the ADP momentum button there, that changes from ADP to ADP momentum, which is a calculation that the overlay does based on the recent movement. So it can tell you basically who has been moving or not.
And like you can see this too, like by clicking the player cards that you've created as well, right? So I'm not.
I don't know why that's not pushing to you though right now. Go to your rankings.
To my rankings in here. Yeah.
The momentum button isn't there for you. It doesn't look like.
Also, real quick, just because we are on the clock, we got Castle, we've got Murray, we've got Murphy, LeBron. I don't. I'll let you take the wheel here. Boozer.
I'm okay with Castle here.
Yeah. Okay. So that gives us a 3-1 start.
Yeah.
With our next,
we definitely want to be looking big next pick, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so that's not. Is it maybe because my stuff's not completely synced? No, it says it is synced.
Let me see what is going on in mine. I did just push a rankings update that takes about 10 minutes because it's takes time to load.
Yeah, I see Borland saying picking at the turn kind of sucks, and then Eggers. Yeah, that we were talking about that a little bit a little bit earlier of just like if you're not having if you're not having those top 3, top 4, it is kind of tough. But I will say, I mean, I don't know. Like, let's see what Borland's roster looks like right now. Like Cat, Scotty, Siakam, Curry. I don't know. I mean, you're right. That does feel harder than say like a Jokic, AD. Like this is a kind of a crazy start. Jokic, AD, KD, DeBanson, Jaren Jackson Jr. Although this man's not going to have a guard.
Yeah.
So that is kind of tough. Okay, back on the clock. We do. Is it Kling Kong time?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
You look like he was 96 compared to the other guys, but that was heavily influenced by the fact we didn't have a big.
Right.
But like this is a nice start. I think when we start with a Giannis like wing start, we got 3 like quality guards there that, you know, one should be hitting our flex regularly there. Mm-hmm. And then like Klingon could like is a solid big. We're definitely probably looking minimum 3 bigs on this one. But like he's someone that should just be solid. And with our 3 bigs, we're just looking to kind of rotate through them.
Right. Can you explain to the scoring system that you have over here?
Yeah, go to the ranking tab too. So when you click on the score there, it should pop up and kind of breaks down what goes into the ranking. And this changes throughout the draft. So early on the draft, your rank at ADP mattered more, and the sim matters less. And then as we move along in the draft and we get further along, the sim starts to matter more and the ADP and your rank start to decrease. So the reason that is because later in the draft, ADP matters less. And then also the sim is really using who you've already drafted. So that's where you might want to go off your ranks a little bit and trust a little more based on the sims. Now, this is so for right now. It's really based on roster construction because we don't have a schedule. But once the schedule comes out, those sims could point out like a hole in your roster without you having to try to memorize anything with schedule. And if you look at like delta points and delta playoffs there, the second 2 columns after score, those are their average amount of points they're going to add to your lineup based on the sims. So those are the numbers that you're going to want to look at a little more when we have schedule stuff.
So we're about to be back on the clock here. Right now, we've got our bully wing here with Giannis, and then we went Halliburton, Giddey, Castle, Klingon. So I'd be open to I don't think I want to take Hero here. No. I'd be open to BI, not really though, Michael Porter Jr. or just getting a second big and Alex Sarr. I wouldn't hate that either. Where do you land?
I go I don't really love either of those wings.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'd go Sarr.
Go Sarr.
Yeah. I like getting that second big now too, because that takes a little bit of pressure off of, because I was already starting to think about what next bigs we'd be getting. And it's like, man, I guess if we're not getting Ware or Sharp, I'm going to feel pressure to like force a big there. And I do think like wing, we can still find some serviceable wings here in our next few picks.
Yeah, wings definitely deeper this year. So
yeah,
I don't like, and just having Giannis there, it's like such a like safety blanket when it comes to those things.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to share Weisberg's question here. He says, how does scheduling begin to matter within the tool? Also, does it use your own ranks with Underdog, or did you have to add them in a different spot?
So the scheduling thing is based on the sims, right? Because it's basically gonna generate your projected scores every week. And then it compares each player and sees, does that add to your score or not? So if you're adding a player that has 5 games in a week where someone is starting with only 2, you're going to see like a big jump in that number. Do you want to go OG or Michael Porter Jr.?
I think I kind of want to go Michael Porter.
Do it. Probably a higher ceiling.
Yeah, higher ceiling.
Like, what the hell's Brooklyn doing?
Right. What the hell's Brooklyn doing?
Evergreen.
Yeah. Yeah, Eggers is saying big gets gross so fast. I do think there's a lot of really good picks in the top 100. I do think after Day'Ron Sharp, I'm gonna have. So I just said that I was gonna be flat this year, exposure wise, not on Day'Ron Sharp. I'm gonna have as much Day'Ron as possible.
And just the second part on Weisberg, if you go to the settings, which is the little gear there, this is where you get to decide if you use the ranks you have uploaded, or you can use the ranks that I upload. So if you do draft assist ranks, it's not going to change what you see on the underdog list on the left there that you have. But what it's going to do is it's going to use that to create the score. And that push button is something just a notification I added. And that basically is telling you, consider pushing them to the next pick. There's a chance that they're there. So that means that their ADP rank, and their momentum ADP are all beyond your next draft pick. So there's a chance that they go around. Now, it's not like guaranteed, and it's very like harsh. So it's like if they're 0.1 over, it is. So that's like, like who in, when you're streaming these two, like, your
right
familiar people are in it. Like, is CMB really going to make it there? But it's just more to make you look, because they're at the top of our dynamic rankings, but like it might be better to push them and then you still get them anyways.
Yeah, I like that. Celtics will fix them. I love it. Okay, Milo is also asking, does the extra data factor in other created teams outside of your own?
What it does look at, if you click on the score,
yeah.
The last one is scarcity. And if you look, it basically looks at the next time you pick, would there be someone of the same position around the same value of projection?
Okay.
So that's where it is. So if there's a huge run at bigs, then that number is going to be high for a big, because when you get to your next pick, there's not going to be someone of equal value. But if you're at like a flat part of the draft for guards, for example, they're going to have like a 0 there.
So this is saying, are you just like really low on somebody? Yeah, like Paul George, his score is 74. So there you go. That's why these guys aren't popping. So this is a clear RJ Barrett pick right here, right?
Yeah, RJ Barrett, or if you wanted to go guard, Josh Hart there didn't look bad.
Yeah, I think with the 3 and like 2 semi-elite ones in Hallie and Giddy, we just ride with that. All right, so we got a 3-3-2 build right now, which I kind of like because it just allows us to do whatever we want here moving forward.
Yeah, kind of just pick off anyone who's popping for us.
Have you found, and maybe you've been like just pretty much married to like building out this tool and like using the tool in your drafts, but have you found yourself with somebody like a specific player that you're heavily going to be invested in? That I know we've talked about Day'Ron Sharpe, but I'm assuming he's one of them. But is there anybody else that have kind of stuck out to you?
CMB, but that's probably like a lot of bias there. My projection's really high on him because like I do think he's going to get quite a bit of minutes. And then his stats like per minute are just incredible. Yeah. Graves kind of worries me a little bit. Their rookie, because he's kind of like identical to him.
I know, right?
So they may kind of use him in the exact same role. So that has like maybe pumped the brakes a little bit for me. But
all right, where do you want to go here? We get Freddie, IQ, Jaime. There's CMB as well.
3 Go CMB.
CMB. Okay. I was going to say we got 5 seconds. All right, cool. CMB. I haven't been getting a lot of Jaime, and I saw this man right here taking some Jaime Jaquez in a previous draft. Do you have, I don't really know what to do with Milwaukee at all, man. And I haven't really been touching Kevin Porter Jr., which is kind of funny since he was my like highest owned guy last year. I haven't been interested in him. I haven't really been interested in Jaime. I haven't really got to Yakahonis that much either. For some reason, I'm fine clicking Khalil Ware, even though he's still battling Miles Turner. I don't know what to do with Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's an absolute mess to try to project and see. I did move up Jaquez in my rankings. That's one thing that I had done previously, or this morning, I should say. He's one where I do think that he just has like a lot of like spike week potential. He's not a guy where I'd be like, I'm drafting him and I'm like thinking that he's going to hit my lineup every week. But I do think that he is like a guy goes down, they rest someone. He's someone that really can pop, and just the way he plays is that like his like usage and just activity is so high that like he just goes a mile a minute when he's out there. So
I feel like we discussed this last time, dude. Vooch going pick 105. What's happening?
I can't. His ADP has gone up since last time, like a crazy amount.
I don't understand, man. Yeah, Bucks later already. Let's go. The Bucks are our ugly mess, but I do think Triple J will have more opportunity compared to the guards. Yeah, I agree. Like, I do think he is the safe. Him and Khalil Ware, I think, are the two that I feel the most comfortable with. Also, like, dude, you could tell me Milwaukee makes trades, but they also, like, tanking doesn't matter anymore. They don't have their first round pick anyways, I don't think. So it's like, there's no incentive for them to play like ass. I just don't know what to do with Milwaukee. But I agree that Hawkes has like the highest upside of that range, him and Ware. Okay, so we have a 3-4-2 here. We're on the clock. We got Storman. We've got Anthony Black. I see Andrew Nembhard is popping there for you. Ty Jerome as well.
Yeah.
Do you have a lean here? I do kind of like me some Ty Jerome.
Let's go Ty Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I clearly have to update your ranks here. All right, so that gives us a 4-4-2. Another big I was going to mention who looks like RotoRun took him, and Zach Edey. I've been trying to talk myself back into Zach Edey, and I don't know if I've been too scared off of the foot injury, and maybe it was just listening to Zach Lowe and Rob Mahoney talk about him the other day, and they seem kind of interested in Memphis. What are you doing with Edey?
I'll probably stick like I'll probably be a little underfield on him. Just because I think like most bigs in that range, I will be just in how I'll try to build with that. But like, he's not someone I don't want to be exposed to. Like, I won't feel bad clicking him where I have him ranked.
Yeah.
But I'll never have him ranked ahead of ADP.
All right. So this is telling us Filipowski. Do we go there, or do we have two bigs in Klingon and Sar? So I don't know if we need to do
I would push the big here.
Go Black?
Yeah, go Black.
Okay. Now, I see in your updated ranks, it looks like you've pushed Anthony Black down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely pushed him down a little bit, but not much. It was just, I think a couple guys might have jumped him more than I was like trying to get him back.
So if we look at the construction right now, it says it looks like it's telling us either an 8.53, which is a grade 10, or a 6.73, which is a grade 22.
Yeah. And for the grade, what you need to understand is that it doesn't matter the number. It's just to compare with the other ones.
Okay.
Like if it says 100 or it says 50, it really doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
They really should be, it's just a comparison to each other.
Okay.
Like here, I would be looking at probably going 8.53.
8.53 in this one.
Yeah.
Another guy that you can see I have a lot of too right now is our guy Dylan Brooks, who I feel like he's a little mispriced.
Yeah, like you could I have him way ahead of his rank.
Yeah,
for sure. Like 140, I think is crazy. Andrew Nembhard, I guess it's just Canadian slander here. It's the real problem.
Our guy Malawach keeps running up the ranks. It's
crazy, man.
I know. Dude, I want to be ahead of it. I do want to be ahead of it. I love Malawach. I feel like if he does, if Mark Williams does miss his guaranteed 40 games, could have some spikes in there. But there is a world where he just doesn't play more than 12 minutes.
Like this run of ADP has to calm down.
Yeah. I think all it's going to take is them reporting to camp.
Yeah, I think too, like it's just summer league steam that should like die down a bit. Like, I don't know, he could easily he could settle in the 160s and then I'll have no problem clicking him. But seeing him go, I don't know. What was that one you had him? One draft you were in? I think
it's like 140 something, I thought.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
or crazy. 139. It was something crazy. All right, let's see. Well, so we're saying 5.43. B-ball Paul already, huh?
Yeah, but see, this is where that push button is important, because it's saying that he should be available on next pick. So
Yeah, I do know who we're taking next.
Okay,
As long as Aaron doesn't do it. Not to be confused with Aaron Borland. All right, the other Mitchell went. We got to get our guy AJ here, right?
man, this is like
Smash.
After that trade too. Yeah, like my rankings have him higher. The update, but him and Case and Wallace, they're weirdly thin on like guard wing now.
Well, right, and who knows what Topic is going to do if he does anything, right? Like, there's a lot of question marks. But you move Dort, I
was already saying that Mitchell's like underpriced, and then Dort's gone. They don't really have after Jalen Williams. Like if you're thinking Mitchell's a guard, like they don't have many wings. Like they're going to be kind of playing small. Like Caruso's going to play his normal like low minutes regular season. Yeah. And then like unless you think like Topic and Ben Sturtz are playing a ton of minutes, like so I up the minutes for Mitchell, for Case and Wallace, and for McCain.
Yeah.
This morning, and that like makes them all like pretty good picks, and some of them smashes for where they were going. And I imagine we'll get some steam, kind of nothing crazy, but I think it'll just be consistently rising for those three.
All right, back on the clock here. So we're at a 6-4-2. We see Wagler. We've got PJ. We could take Malawatch here or Paul Reed. I don't know. Where do you want to go?
If you really want Malawatch, then you have to take him here probably. Go Keyshawn George.
Keyshawn. All right. So there we go. This is going to, oh no, we can take one more guard after this. All right. Keyshawn George, welcome aboard. I'm kind of intrigued by how the Wizards are going to use Keyshawn this year. If he like runs a little bit of on ball stuff with the second unit, I think it'd be kind of fun.
Why I'm kind of still in on him is that I think he plays no matter what happens with them.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like we talk about this in the dailies when we're looking for a player that plays, but also plays the blowout minutes. And if you kind of look at that as a regular season, like he plays they're trying to do well and they don't care about the results and they're tanking or I don't know, developing, whatever the new word we want to use for this new draft setup that we have. So I'm like confident in like his games and minutes are pretty stable. Obviously his minutes will be lower if all their guys are playing, but if they're not playing, he's definitely going to be.
I kind of think like Will Riley too, you can do that. And obviously he's a cheaper version of the Keyshawn George, but I do think he's going to play a ton in the second unit as well. And so I do kind of like Will Riley. Eggers was asking what minutes per game do you have AJ right now? And he said he played 25.5 last year. Got to think he plays closer to 30.
Yeah, I had him. What did I have? I had him at 28 and I bumped him to 30 this morning. And that was kind of like quick. I kind of bumped all those guys up 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. But then while I was doing that, I was looking at their like guards and wings and I was like tempted to do 32 when I go back over them. They may go up from there, but I have them at 30 minimum.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that too. And I mean, this is all, I think he's playing that regardless of what they do with Jalen Williams, and I wonder if I expect Jalen Williams to play, but I do wonder if they use some kid gloves on his hamstrings or especially early in the season, like there's probably no reason for them to put extra mileage on it if they don't need to.
Yeah. And like him, I have like only around 30 minutes projected, but like they just don't have like, I don't know, unless they're going to play their double big lineup, but then I guess like maybe the other Jalen Williams, they're comfortable giving minutes around the clock here. don't like Scoot. I moved him way back.
Yeah, I'm not doing a lot of skew. I think we need a wing here or a big. I also like Moose. I know he doesn't project well, but I do like Diabate. Fine with Cam Johnson too at this price. Like I do think this is
okay. Do Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
He's one where I'm like, I have a hard time ranking him. I have a hard time projecting him.
Yeah,
like better, but I never have a hard time clicking him because.
But he
I'm
was
like,
gonna go, dude.
What if he's just better? What if
right?
What if he plays like we thought he was gonna play?
Dude, and he's 60 picks cheaper than he was last season.
Or more even. I think was he in the 80s or 90s?
Oh, maybe 90s, maybe because he was going ahead of Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. So
yeah,
here we might want to do the big thing here. We lost Bebo Paul. We lost. It's pretty damn thin now.
Yeah, we should have taken Moose.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Eves Missy.
What about can I throw when's this guy coming back?
I have no idea. I should have looked that up.
Fuck it. Let's do Yannick.
Bam.
Yannick, Conan, Niederhauser. Dude, who are the bigs on the Clippers right now? Is it Brooke Lopez? Is he still on the Clippers?
Lopez. Yeah. And did they draft one too?
I don't know. Niederhauser. My dad says, what's the one hole doing? Let's see. The one hole. Let's look. Jokic, AD, KD, Debansa, Triple J, BI. All right. His first guard is Dame. I'll be honest. That's kind of fire that because I thought you wait till pick 73. You're screwed at guard. But then he goes PG, Bridges, Watson, DeRozan, Pirtle. His second guard is Vassell. His third one is Grimes. So
pull up his team. Are they all below ADP? Is he autoing?
Maybe. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry. It should be an easier way for me to do this. Is it Rorschach? No. What's the guy's name? Oh, there it is. No.
Double.
What is it?
No, you go to the right of it.
The real Gavo. Okay. The real Gavo.
You went too far.
There it is. The real Gavo. Yeah. Maybe autoing. Yeah, it must be autoing.
Yeah, he's autoing. Everything's passed.
Dude. When you have Jokic, you got to get 4 bigs. I've always said that.
Yeah. And I thought he would have 6'6" That's how I knew once it was 4 bigs and he was heavy in another position. Like if he was just doing 6'6", it's just because people think that's what you're supposed to do because it's balanced.
Dude, they say you can't win if you don't get the one hole. This is one of the examples where you can. Consigliere, boots on the ground, said Niederhauser was good before the injury. I think they pick up a bum, but they're going to push Conan to get out there. Yeah, Conan the Barbarian, baby. Okay, Boston Based says, hey, it's me, Boston Based. Any thoughts on your number 1 pick? Listen, I know it's sexy to take Wemby. You do Wemby in the dailies. I don't think you can do it in best ball.
I think there's a strong argument to take Luka over Wemby at the 2.
Ooh, what about Giannis?
No, can't get there yet.
Just because of the guard scarcity?
Scarcity,
excuse me.
Yeah, and I think Luka is gonna have a big year.
Okay,
like I have him just projecting behind Jokic.
Okay, wow.
So yeah.
Okay, why dad? Famous Sharp in the chat says, I agree 100%. I have Jokic, Luka, Wemby. Okay.
I don't have it ranked that way just for exposure reasons.
Yeah, because if you do that, you're not going to get any Wemby.
But if later I'm behind on Wemby or I'm behind on Luka and ahead on Wemby, I'll definitely swap them around.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at with you too. I don't think he plays enough minutes to hang with the other two.
It's 100% that. And even playing those minutes, he can make it there on a game-by-game basis. Yeah. But over the whole season, it's a little tougher to get there.
Okay, so we're about to get to round 16. I figured, do you have any favorite round 16 shouts here? It looks like we're going guard, right? If we want to go 8-5-3.
We could go guard or wing here.
Is there anybody you're loving in late rounds?
I just moved Scottie Pippen Jr. up a bit in the new ranks. Scroll back up. Aaron Neesmith, Jared Walker, Collier. I don't mind the Melton pick. It's just hard to do it like without knowing what Golden State does.
Right. Can I interest you in some Neat Clifford?
Not really.
Okay.
I clicked a shit ton of them last year.
Yeah. I hate all of these. Let's just do Melton.
Okay. I could do Christian Brown though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's actually do Christian Brown.
There we go.
Let's do Christian Brown. All right, we'll do some recaps here for the teams that are finished, and then I figured we still got like 20 minutes instead of jumping in another one because I don't think we'll have enough time to fill it or to finish it before John jumps on. I will take you through some of my slows, and we can roast some of this stuff. And if you have any other tools stuff you want to talk about, but then just so for people who are just joining, we are gonna RotoRun. Mr. John Warner is gonna join us here in 20 minutes. And then we'll do another draft, and then Weisberg is going to join us at 1, and we'll do a third one. So we got plenty of time. Okay, Borland here. He's got a 7-6-3 build. He's got Kitty Cat, former Timberwolves legend, with Scotty Barnes, Siakam, Steph Curry, the first guard, followed by VJ, DeJounte, Dyson. I do kind of like, if you're not getting your first guard till round 4, to pepper him a little bit, just to like catch back up in the position. He then goes Claxton, Bailey, Freddie Vans, Tumani, Nembhard, PJ, WCJ. Simon's late at 180 is kind of nice. I like that. And then Koulibaly, former Zakarian favorite. So
didn't Simon say he was starting? He was going to take Maxi's spot.
Did he say that?
I think he one of those stupid like man on the street interviews. And he was like, yeah, like by the end of training camp, I'm going to be starting over Maxi or something.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Why Dad was in the chat. Why Dad went with a Cade, Amon Thompson. Oh, we buried the lead. Chip, what's his name? Head coach, now shooting coach for the Houston Rockets. Amon Thompson about to be doing the 3-ball celebration all year once he fixes his shot. 101, Amon Thompson. All right, 664. So Cade, Amon, Reeves, Connie Knips, Dylan Harper, Buzelis. So the first big for him goes in round 7, but he doubles it up with Naz Reid, Day'Ron Sharp. Then he gets some Io, Yusuf Nurkic, who I got to be honest, maybe I need to like shake the snow globe on my big takes. I don't think I'm getting to any Nurk, but maybe I'm not factoring in Walker Kessler leaving enough. And then Murray, Brooks, Malawach at 152, Case and Wallace at 161. Hell yeah. Santos, and then Danis Jenkins.
I like that Dennis Jenkins. Those last 3 picks, 4 picks, Malawach too. Love all 4 of those picks.
Yeah. I also like that it says Guy Santos is still a Warrior. Did that not go through yet with Memphis?
Are you thinking about Quentin
I'm thinking of Post. I'm thinking of Post. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Now we got RotoRun, who's going to be joining us soon. JJ, Spida, the Claw at 31 there. Regular season Randall, Garland, Ja Morant. Man, I got no read on the Portland guards outside of Dame too. Okay, in a vacuum, Ja or Dame?
In a vacuum, well, I mean, they're on the same team, so it's pretty easy comparison. I'm going Dame just out of uncertainty.
Yeah, I think that's where I am too.
I think also like we have a misconception to how good of a fantasy player Ja Morant was.
Yeah.
He wasn't like elite. He never played enough minutes to really, really get there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but that's at
maybe I'm misremembering things,
but that's also at pick like 18 to 25 versus 6. Like, what was that? 60 something, right?
Oh, yeah. No. I'm saying as in like, even when we were thinking that he was elite, I don't know how elite he was. This isn't an elite spot, but.
I got you. Okay, so Ja, we got then a double big here with J.A. and Edie, then IQ, then my favorite son, Mark Williams, Suggs at 127, Gordon. Actually, this is probably good value of Gordon at 138 too. Tyrese and Drew Holiday. Also, that's another. Well, I guess because they just have so many guards, but Drew was balling last year. And then McCain at 175 is great. Also, very sharp here at the end. Somewhat Jalen Smith with the last pick. I love the Jalen Smith.
He was like my most owned player, I think, 2 years ago.
There we go.
And
me too, man. I did it so many times. I know. Shut up, Borland. Borland's gonna be. Is it next week, maybe, Borland, that we're getting you on here to do some drafts? We're gonna get our guy Noah on here soon too. So shout out Noah. Okay, so Cox Ecox has Tatum at 6. Dude, I want to put Tatum ahead of SGA, and maybe that is Canadian slander.
I have put Jalen Johnson ahead of Tatum.
I think that's crazy.
I don't know.
Dude, Tatum is going to be like 30 and 15 this year.
Okay.
You don't think so?
And Jalen Johnson might be 25, 10, and 8.
Dude, Jalen Johnson's going to get hit by Dort. Teammate in practice. All right, let's go back to this. So Tatum, Brunson, Booker at 30. There you go. We've got Walker Kessler there for the first big, who I think from our last stream, I have now pivoted to being a Walker Kessler guy. I was not, now I am.
And that'll happen 8 more times this summer.
I know. Caleb Wilson at 54 is the only rookie I'm willing to pay up for, I think. I think
I'd pay up for Boozer too.
For who?
I think Boozer at price I'm okay with. Caleb Wilson.
Boozer too.
They're the two that I'm like, okay. The others, the situations and everything, it's hard.
Sorry, good on the membership. Someone that can have mine is hilarious after getting Portland's membership, you dick. Oh, that was so funny. All right, so then Wilson, then Queen. Love Derek Queen. I still don't know what the New Orleans organization is doing, but I like Derek Queen. Acuff and Coward. Look at this vibes run. This is a vibes run outside of OG Anunoby. You get Caleb Wilson, Queen, Acuff, Coward. Okay, that's it on the vibes run, but that was a good little pick run.
I don't know. Benny Math and Malik Brown. We get back to some vibes.
I just don't want to. I don't think Benny Math. Maybe when he's on a team. Like, is he gonna be with the Clippers? You think I know there was reports that they're gonna re-sign him. Mikael Brown, who I got to tell you has some real flashes, but I also saw some of the worst basketball from him. And that Brooklyn team is gonna be ugly, man. Burry's bed, B-ball Paul at 163, Kuzma and Ahmed. A lot of bucks there at the end. All right. Let's do Matty Harrison, who said he hated his team, and then we'll do my team, or our team, excuse me, and then the 101. All right. So Luka Magic and Trae Young. There we go. 2 best picks of that draft, maybe. I don't know. Luka, Trae. Bam Adebayo, LeBron at 46, which I do think once LeBron signs, where do you think he goes to? What pick? You think he stays here?
I could see him going like low 40s. Like,
okay, so not
what's
too
his
much.
ADP right now? Is it?
I don't know exactly what it is. I guess I could look in a second. But you got Lowry Market at 51, Tyler Hero at 70, Ware at 75. Hell yeah, Ware. Hart, Jabari Smith, Andrew Wiggins, Miles Turner, Shaedon Sharp. I got to tell you what, I'm not going to take Miles Turner a single time this year. Morez Johnson, Moose, Rui, and Ronnie Holland. All right, we finished 853. Giannis, Hallie, Giddy, Castle, Klingon, Sar, MPJ, RJ, CMB, Ty Jerome. I forgot we get Ty Jerome. This is a good draft. Anthony Black, AJ, Keyshawn, Cam Johnson. All right, we might be a little screwed with the big department, but I don't know. How do you feel about this team?
I would have, I think, liked to have gotten our third big a little earlier. We kind of got boxed out there at the end.
Yeah. I do like Jan. I'm excited about Conan, though. Okay, the number one for making this draft fun. Jokic, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Debonsa, Triple J, B.I., Dame, PG, Bridges, Watson, DeRozan, Pirtle is a crazy run when you only have one guard. And then Vassell, Grimes, Bitch and Colin Sexton. So there we go. We get some strong teams in there.
It's just he just needs Luka to go down, and then he's got the Laker guards taking over, and he's sun running.
There we go. Let's look at a couple of these slows here before we get you out of here. Let's see. As you can see, we're doing. I wish you could. There should be a filter for slows. Like, can I just look at the double dribbles? You know. There's a couple that I wanted to see though. Like this is whatever. Cooper Flag, Scotty Barnes start. It's not that fun. There was a couple though that I was a little bit deeper in that I wanted your take on because I'm really excited about one of these teams. All right, this is an Hallie, KD, Wemby start. That's pretty fun. Mm-hmm. But this one it's an SGA start. LaMelo, Tatum, Thompson, and Duran. hold on. Where's the SGA one? We have so much Dayron Sharp. It's hilarious. Oh, I thought this one was pretty fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. All right. So this one is I started with Luca here at pick 5. So Giannis and SGA went 3 and 4. So Luca falling to 5 is
huge.
pretty fun. Yeah. And then we got Paolo at 20, Mobley at 29. Now Embiid, my first big, makes me want to shit my pants a little bit. That's scary. But I do think at 44, like I'm going to start doing that.
I don't hate like you picking Embiid at 44. I hate that you did it on this team.
Right, because we wanted
like
a little.
You had that Luke, like that start is probably like the fact that you're getting Luke at 5 already like opens you up to like better things, and then you throw an Embiid that.
Okay, but then we went Garland, Queen, Pritchard, and Edie. So and then CMB. So I grabbed. Once Embiid was my first big, I was like, I need 3 before pick 100. And I was like, I can be a little light on guard if I want to because of that Luka. And like Garland, I'm starting to come around a little bit more on too, where I'm like, whether Kawhi's there or not, we should, in theory, have a healthy Darius Garland. And that's like a pretty fun 1-2 punch. And then he gets CMB there late. I really like the start of this team though.
No, that is. I would swap out the Embiid and it's looking good.
So even with having I guess Edie's not safe and Queen's not that safe, but I mean, having that doesn't make you feel better that we have 3 bigs here.
No, I think you're just giving up. Like you were just giving up maybe a wing or something. Like who did you have instead? Like let's look at who you could have taken.
So I could have taken Brandon Miller. I guess I could have just taken Walker Kessler at 44.
Yeah. Or you could have taken a wing there and gotten Kling coming back to you, Zubac coming back to you.
That's true.
But I mean, like, look, you could have had Brandon Miller, Jalen Williams. You'd probably feel a little better about that team if you had one of those two.
Oh, damn it. All right. I screwed up.
There's but or Embiid smashes and then like you're laughing.
That's true. Then we're alive again. All right. Let me see if I can find that other one though.
It was an SGA start.
Yeah, it was an SGA start, and I was unless I'm confusing it with that Luka one, but I wanted to say it was like it's Cade Amen. That's boring.
It was a little deeper.
Oh, it might be this one. Okay, so this is a 3-3-1. We went SGA, Hallie at 20, then it was Mobley, J-Dub at 44, Kessler at 53, and then it was Buzelis and Dame.
Oh, and so Kessler kind of fell in this one.
Yeah, Kessler falling all the way to 53 was pretty fun. And I knew I was going to take a big there, and I took Kessler over Klingon and Triple J.
See, this one's fun.
Yeah.
Hit refresh on just because you exited the tool. I want to see what it says about this one right now.
All right. Here we go. Consigliere says playing Embiid, smashing till the wheels fall off. One of the only players in this pool who, without an injury, is MVP candidate. Yeah, I know. He just gets hurt. Okay, it went away. Why can't I find it?
Go to the click like no overlay and then back to NBA best ball overlay.
And then I got to refresh again, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
It doesn't like when you exit it,
Yeah, apparently. Keep it open. Yes. We talked about it in the last episode. Have you seen the Odyssey yet?
No. Kind of was completely off my radar until everyone's been talking about it.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Okay. What do you want me to look at here? The construction?
Yeah. What's it saying you should be doing with this one?
So 5-8-3 or 6-7-3. 6-7-3.
Yeah. So it's saying, and if you look at the numbers beside the positions there,
okay,
that's telling you like just in a vacuum, like what to go for. So it's saying like 3 or 4 bigs. 4 bigs is okay. Then it's saying 7 or 8 wings is probably what you should be doing. And then it's saying you could go 4, 5, or 6 guards.
Yeah,
this one. So
I feel like I rarely do the 4 guard build, but this one, especially if my next pick was a guard, I'd probably be done at guard here.
Yeah, that's like something that I like to mess around with. It's
You bet,
definitely that. I want to see the momentum thing still not working for whatever reason. Go to rankings. It's still.
Yeah. Let me go to the ranks. Give me one sec.
It's the last column there. There should be a little icon in each one. There's nothing, eh?
No, like I can click all of them except for that one.
I'll have to debug that today because that is like one of the fun things about it is kind of trying to get ahead of people that are steaming or.
Yeah. I think that part of the tool, the combo part of the tool, and when the schedule comes out and how that impacts stuff, I think is going to be pretty exciting.
So go to the portfolio tab here.
Hold on. Why, Dad? Yes, don't you worry. I'm drafting a lot of Dylan Harper. Okay, the portfolio tab.
Yeah, so this tab is going to be free for anyone once I release it.
Cool.
And with that, you'll have the exposure badge on your team and the Fox. All you have to do is make an account. It's just like confirms your email, and then you're good to go. And everything you see on like this screen right now will be available for anyone. And then the other ones, the full tool, I think I'm probably going to do like a 10 early birds for $20 for the whole season. And then after that, it'll be $40. So if people are interested and want to get one of those 10 early bird spots, they can hit me up on Discord or Twitter, and you can kind of like reserve that spot. I'm going to a cottage next week. So I'm hoping that the week, when I get back from there, everything will have been approved and everything, and I can start getting into people's hands. Obviously, there's still going to be some bugs, as you can see, that we are working through things. I'm just a one-man team here working on things. So just be aware of that if you're wanting to sign up.
Yeah, dude, this is sick. I'm enjoying it. Okay, this guy seems pretty cool for a 51st resident. And then he says, "Send me ranks." Eggers, wait, we actually, I'll get you back on here, TST, in a couple of weeks, and after your post cottage, and we'll do this again, and then we can actually talk maybe some in-season ranks too that we're flirting around with. Yeah. So we'll have some fun with that. Dude, thanks for coming on. I'm realizing now we should make Weisberg for the 1 o'clock hour. He should have to be in Canada for this, and then it's just a straight Canadian guest run. All right, I'll get you out of here. I'm also going to do a little. We'll play the intro video because I'm going to grab a little bit more water, and then we're going to get our guy John on here. But TST, thanks for hanging with us, man. We'll be back in like 2 minutes with our guy Warner. Not even 2 minutes. Just and everybody hit up TST. Everybody hit up TST for the tool. All right, we will be right back if I could find the guy. There we go. All right, we are back, and we got our guy with us, Mr. BadgeBro himself. President BadgeBro, or co-president? Do you guys figure out titles?
Yeah, co-founder, the assistant to the assistant regional chair.
Dude, thanks for jumping on, man. How did you feel about this draft that we just did? Was that like how deep into the double dribble streets are you right now?
Okay, so I'm workshopping a take here until I saw TST's tool in full here. That I think it's pretty hilarious that in a sport where we get so granular, so exact, we get the best night-to-night projections, that in the middle of summer, we're just like, fuck it, click this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like what I'm doing. Like I'm going through this. I'm not thinking about rotations. I'm not thinking about where minutes are going to be freed up and stuff. Like, man, is there a crazy edge in this if you just build the Sims before ETR does? Like, it's crazy.
Right? Well, and I was telling this to TST, and that's why I was so appreciative of the ranks that he had. Even if the ranks suck, I am just like happy for someone to narrow the scope for me a little bit, because it's so overwhelming. I feel this way with NFL too. Like the first few drafts, I'm like, man, I don't even know where to begin. And when I was doing my own like vibes ranks, I would get like 30 deep, and then I'd find a guy and I'm like, oh, he should be 20 spots ahead of where he's going right now. And I'm like, this is useless. So yeah, I do. Maybe there is an edge if you're TST and you create a product.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I also like I get a kick out of like just seeing names that like win us daily slates, who they like step into our opportunity, like Collier and Filipowski last year, and like you know, some of these back end guys that you're just like, man, they were getting 40 minutes and breaking slates. and instead I'm clicking on like, you know, some second round rookie that I've watched like one snip together highlight clip of, and I'm falling for Trey Johnson for the 4th year in a row, like out of 5, you know, whoever this year's Trey Johnson is or whatever. So I don't know. I need to narrow the scope in a big way for sure.
Well, even that last pick of Christian Brown, I'm like, I don't think I've ever drafted him on a daily slate that has more than 3 games, you know? And I'm like, I should use him here. Yeah,
and you look at how many points he scored like last year. And you're like, wow, 2,100 points or whatever for Christian Brown. Like, yeah, it makes sense. Plays 38 minutes a night every damn night and does nothing. He scores 24 fantasy points.
It's unbelievable. I'll jump in one now, just so, because I have no idea how long. Oh wow, one more.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
People are thirsty to be in here, man.
I know. I love it. Was this your first one, or have you done a couple?
We've done a couple. So we've done 2 on stream thus far, and then I've done 2 off of stream. That was my second off stream one.
Okay. It is. I saw Dad bring this up too. The problem is half of the room is just sharks right now. It is a bummer that I do recognize every single one of these names.
Yeah, I mean, such is the nature of drafting hoops when everybody else is drafting football right now, and just like natural liquidity of where money flows. You know what I mean? Like our flagship NBA contest is the size as same size as wink, wink, nudge, nudge, something that might be coming later today. So, I mean, like, so it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, as much as I want to be the multi-sport guy and I want to like just pump, it's like all the viewership and all the eyeballs and all the liquidity is going to the other sport. And,
I mean, I that's me. I am the liquidity, because I am in a ton of NFL contests right now, and I barely did. I feel like I maybe only did like 10 BBMs last year, maybe 15. Did a couple of puppies, but I just didn't have the itch. And this year, I'm trying to fix that, or give back to the community after the World Cup. You know,
I was about to say you don't have liquidity issues now, my friend. You're multi-sport sharp here,
dude. First of all, shouts to John Boy. All right, that was JBB. He is the one that set the ranks, and then I just followed suit after that.
Slop boy.
Yeah, that was sick. That was such a sick sweat. Did it with some friends at Underdog, and they did like a little New York City hang, and it was pandemonium when that second Torres goal went in and then did not count. But I got absolutely mobbed when it happened, and I was like, "This is incredible! Give me the big check."
Oh God. I mean, name a better duo than Mike Zakarian and getting mogged at live finals when at the top of the leaderboard.
When I don't win. Also, speaking of, I will still remember Nez doing that, and he did it with love. It came from a place of love. But when we were in LA and he saw that, he was like, "Well, dude, the good news is you at least have secured a pretty good score." It's like, you son of a bitch, Nez. The Gumbies of the world
never played a hoop slate in his life, apparently.
Also jumps in the lobby and immediately hits a 101. Incredible.
Run good, baby. Rather be lucky than good.
I know you heard some of this probably, but do you have a stance on this, like where you're kind of screwed if you're not in those top 3 or 4? I've heard a lot of people talking about that far.
Wemby, after going to the finals and the team getting better around him, like he's going to play 54 games this year if we're lucky. Like, no, I'm good. We'll be all right.
Yeah. All right. So we're on the clock here at 9. I've been taking flag here. Seems expensive.
Yeah.
For Cooper flag. Do you have a take in this range of flag and Maxi?
No, I'm good with flag. I don't know. The Ant ceiling, like, I don't know. Ant started to shoot the 3 last year, and now he's got a guy who's going to do some lead handling and pass to him too. Maybe he just becomes like the full downhill guy with 3 ball and doesn't have to handle the whole damn time. And he plays through everything. So it's like just in terms of like usable games and usable weeks, like Ant seems like that dude. I don't know. Maxi seems a little expensive. I guess, I don't know. Maybe the price on Scotty and the price on Paulo are suppressed because of the off-season acquisitions and whatnot. But like, I don't know. I might just be artificially pushing up a wing in my mind because I still think it's a scarcity thing. And I think I found that out in the last draft in the hard way, that it was like, okay, yeah, maybe I was a little off on guard being as deep as it has been in years past. Maybe it's just not quite that anymore.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with you. Like, I actually think Anthony Edwards is going to have a better basketball year, but I do wonder if, like, fantasy wise, he slows down a little bit, where he's not required to play as many minutes or as heavy as minutes. But you're right, it is a little tricky with guard. And like for this next spot too, we're looking. I don't really love Jaylen Brown at this price. I don't even know what to make of like Philadelphia at this point. Yeah. But I don't know. Do you have like this cat? Because we're about to be back on the clock. This like cat, Amin Thompson, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, Brunson range.
I mean, I watched a lot of Amin last year, and the guy just can't shoot. And now you get Fred VanVleet back for like lead handling and stuff, and take away some of that point Amin. I'd just take Cat here. I don't love Cat, but big does fall off a cliff, man. So if you at least do like a 3 big build with like the right side of the board guys, you could tread water kind of thing. But
no, I'm with you there. I don't really love the Amin. I'm trying to talk myself into Amin again because they hired a shooting coach, but that doesn't mean he's going to be able to shoot any better.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that, and I was like, okay, that gives me a little pause for a second there. Maybe he can knock a couple, but yeah,
probably not, man. Probably not. How is your baseball sweats going right now? Because we're close to like advanced time, right?
Yeah. So #NeverSweat. So I haven't even looked. We'll look maybe next week or something on the program. But I did give everybody in the community the thumbs up that you're allowed to look after the All-Star break. The de facto halfway point that is not the halfway point. I actually didn't end up maxing, which was kind of embarrassing, but it was just a time allotment, poor management on my side. So I think I got 118 or 120 of them in. So we'll see. I had some really good stands, and then I had some bad ones as well. Like I dipped back into the Cal Raleigh pool, which obviously hasn't turned out great. And then I did a lot of Colorado stuff, but I did all the wrong Colorado stuff. Like I wasn't taking like Jake McCarthy. I was taking like Brenton Doyle and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But all in all, like pretty status quo, I would imagine. Like it won't be an outlier advance year. Nez might have one. He's been trending in the right direction right now. Losing Connor Griffin hurt him, but I'm living vicariously through his advance rates, I think, this year.
Yeah, I might be too. I did the thing where I was like, you know who's pretty good at baseball? Roman Anthony. So I was really excited about Roman Anthony. But yeah, this is my first year playing baseball. I had fun with it. I only did like 30, 35 maybe, but just enough to have some fun.
I mean, I've joked for a long time that like, if you could gun to my head, agnostic of funds and whatnot, like winning the dinger is like my 101 on the platform.
Yeah.
Like it's my 101 for sure. Like that would be the one that would be like when we put it on his tombstone, it was 2028 dinger finalist.
What did you watch more of in July? The Summer League or the World Series of Poker?
I think Summer League this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't watch a ton of WOSOP. I was sweating the Greg Mueller stuff. Actually, it's kind of weird that I think there'd be a non-zero chance. Maybe not anymore, But just given like how I knew Mueller back in the day when we used to play like cash in LA, there'd be a non-zero chance that we would have had a swap if I'd played this year. And now he's at the fucking final table.
That's wild.
Yeah, but yeah, we used to play hockey against each other as well. He was like a really good pro hockey player in Europe, but I'm really vested in rooting for him now. And then like some of his buddies, like one of his main guys is the guy who gets us like our tickets for all our events here. We call him Scotty Tickets, and he's like his best buddy. And he's exactly who you would think he is. Like just by me telling you he's Scotty Tickets, like he's the burly guy who stands outside the gate, you know, having a couple pints and shilling tickets, right? But he's his boy. But yeah, no, I'll be vested in that in the start of August there. But I did watch bits and pieces, but I watched more Summer League this year. I was always a Summer League bull, man. Like we've talked about it together before. I think maybe it's lost a little bit of its like lust in terms of like it's gotten so much bigger now than it once was, that I used to just always look forward to that like first Saturday night, first overall versus second overall. That was the game, and it was a big thing. Like this, I think back to the Zion year and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It has gotten so big that it's kind of taken some of the charm away from it. Still like a really good time. Still enjoy going out there. But them also moving that big game to Thursday now instead of Friday. That's kind of taken some of the excitement out of it. But still, it's still a really good time.
And starting in Utah too.
Yeah.
Like so, you do like the preliminary when everybody's really excited. I'll hear you out. Anyone here? Like Harden's obviously fine. Kawhi's fine.
I think how about we click? Yeah, you cool with Reeves?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's do Reeves only because I've been getting more Harden than Reeves at this point, and I know I gave that pretty boring take. Maybe I got to refresh to see this. I gave that pretty boring take today of trying to have flatter exposures this year in double dribble. So. Trying to spread out a little bit more so I don't end up with like 40% of anybody.
Yeah, that's a cute take, Davis. Yeah.
I know.
Man, there's so many guards on that roster. I was just doing like some bro science, like roster watching right now, and so much can still change and whatnot. But like, there's like a billion guards on the Lakers roster. Not that it's going to impact the big money guys like Luka and Reeves necessarily, but I'm like just looking at where the depth of their roster is, and it's like they got nobody at power forward, they got no one at small forward, and then it's just like they gave all the money to Kessler, Reeves, and Luka, and then they got like Grimes, LaRavia, like all those guys from last year that were like backup handlers.
Dude, I don't even think they have a backup center right now, right?
I can't remember.
I think Jackson Hayes is on the Jazz now, right? So they have Sandro, I guess, if he plays 5. Oh, Looney. They did get Looney.
Looney, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But I mean, what's Looney? Like Looney's 16 minutes a night, 12 minutes a night at most. Like it's like 16 minutes a night for 40 games, maybe.
Right. Yeah, back to Summer League. We were talking about it. One of the bigs that had like really jumped up was Malawach, and I know Wilson got a little love. Was there anybody you saw in some of the Summer League that you caught that you were like, let me put that in my back pocket here?
Honestly, no. Like I was just like passively watching and just like enjoying the fact that there were basketball players on the TV. Like, yeah, I was honestly just impressed with myself to care enough to tap in a little bit. Like where it was like, hey man, Hoops Guy isn't a bit anymore. Like I actually care a little bit. Good job.
We are a Hoops Guy now.
I am a Hoops Guy.
Yeah. I was hoping Harden was going to fall. All right. So we've got Reeves, Flagg, and Towns here.
Yeah, I'm good with Randall or Duran, I think.
All right, let's do. I don't think I've even talked about Randall. So let's do it. Let's grab Randall here.
Winky was in the chat hyping him how he's just like just there's just going to be so much volume and so much opportunity for him, and he's just like a dude to thrive without the spotlight when he just gets to play like ISO at the elbow crap. And I don't know. Why not? Like, just let them go out there and cook, and they're not going to be tanking with the new rules and stuff like that in theory. And yeah.
I think that is a leak right now is just looking at Brooklyn in general. Because I think we took Michael Porter Jr. in the last one, and he's a little funky right now because they're talking about potentially moving off of him. Like he's going to demand a trade if they don't extend him. But you're right. They don't have their first round pick. Anyways, I think
Mhm.
Houston has it, and they're not going to tank. And they don't have, especially if it's not Michael Porter Jr., they don't have anybody else. They've got Demon. They've got all these second year guys that aren't good. So you're right. I think Randall is going to do just so much work, and he's back at home, back in New York.
Oh yes, there we go. That's the narrative we need.
Yeah.
I was looking up because you brought up who'd you bring up before? The Bucks in the previous draft don't have their first. There's like the Bucks don't have their first. New Orleans doesn't have their first, but their first is the Bucks one now, so they have a first. They're just not in control of it. Nets don't have their first. Utah doesn't have their first, and Atlanta doesn't have one, but they have the Pels one. So it's like, it's weird. I was just like looking at it, like just a quick snapshot of it to be like, okay, let's see where we're at with this kind of thing. But I don't know what to do with that knowledge right now. I just found it interesting when you were talking about it.
Yeah, no, that is. I hadn't looked that up yet either. And again, I don't even know like how the tanking thing will affect stuff. All right, I see Boston Base asked it twice. I'm sorry, Boston Base. He said, "Hey, pros, do you have any like stacking thoughts when it comes to hoops?"
I mean, I would say in a vacuum, it's negatively correlating your ceiling and cannibalizing like right tail stuff. But I think that's just like a stock answer that's maybe not entirely true. I think it becomes good when like so much was made of like Orlando's playoff schedule last year. And it's like, don't correlate with Orlando because they're literally playing like 3 less games and one was a back-to-back or something. So it was, and then it actually ended up winning or something like that, where Paolo in the finals ended up like going nuke and everybody else was, I can't remember if that was last year or 2 years ago now, but I think like there's definitely guys that positively correlate, and they're pretty much assist rate guys, and it's assist rate guys coupled with bigs is usually like the most positively correlated, especially with like the ball dominant guys. But it's not something I'm actively looking to do unless the schedule determines that like this team has 5 games, right? Like, or this team has, something crazy. Like, I mean, they wouldn't have 5, but they'd have like 4 in a week and 3 in the other week or something. And then you're like, oh, this is the nut run out.
That's right. I think our guy Matty Harrison, who won it last year, I think he had like 4 Rockets on his team, or 3 Rockets on his team, something like that. And the Houston had a good final schedule, if I recall. So like that, that's when I think it makes sense. I like, and if you want to put Luka and Walker Kessler together, like though they kind of work well together, I think that's fine. But I don't think I go aggressively one way or the other. Like I don't fade it, I don't force it. Just like if it makes sense, I'll do it.
Yeah, fully agree with you there. The Houston one worked out really well because obviously you get no Dick Van Meet for the entirety of that season or whatever, and then they cut Reed Shepherd's minutes like pretty hard down the stretch there, and then they boosted him again, and they went super condensed and only played like 7-man rotations at the tail end of the year because they were trying to get out of that like 4-ish area and try and contend with the 2. Yes, that one worked out really well because they condensed the rotation hard.
That was an insane run out. All right, I feel like we probably got to snag a guard here because of how quickly guard drives up. So we've got some rookie excitement with Peterson, some non-excitement with DeJounte Murray, or do we believe the Dylan Harper run?
I mean, okay, let's take Peterson and have some fun, fuck around, find out.
Yes.
But like, I do get the bull case for Harper, especially given how well he played in the postseason. Like, it was undeniable that he was better than Fox. Like, like especially in the finals, like he was better than Fox. But I don't know if you can afford to play it this year as a Spurs organization that way, because you're giving him $60 million. So it's kind of like, how does Harper's role expand without like deteriorating that relationship with Fox, and nobody's going to take that contract, right? So I don't know.
I think he should be going in the Peyton Pritchard range. Like, I feel like they have similar ceilings. And maybe Harper a better rebounder, I guess. So maybe he accumulates more points that way. But to me, that's like the same role where it's going to be a heavy usage 6th man. Because you're right. They've already gotten out in front of it and said De'Aaron Fox is still a really important part of this team, and Harper's down for coming off the bench still. So, like, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, and they still have 6th man of the year there, and then you bring in Tobias Harris as well, and like that shores up that you won't play like that 3-guard small lineup that we saw a couple times against OKC.
Right.
So
Also, dude, upgrading from Harrison Barnes to Tobias Harris is like one of the funniest things ever. Because obviously Tobias is a better player, but I mean, if you had to be like, who is this generation's Harrison Barnes?
It's so spot on. It's so good. Actually, I'll never forget. Obviously, I wasn't in the dog bowl for the San Diego one there, but one of the funniest sweats ever, like coming down to the end, was like a 1v1 of Al Horford versus Tobias Harris in like the last game of the night. When Lulz Hot Dogs like had the leaderboard pretty taken care of with first and second, and it was like a 1v1 of like, I think it was Al Horford versus Tobias Harris, like last game of the night kind of thing.
What a terrible sweat.
Unbelievable.
All right, back on the clock here. We've got 2-2-1 right now. We see Franz Wagner.
See, let's just click Franz. I mean, at a point, like, it's just like, I mean, 2 years ago at the start of the season there, they were talking about Franz as MVP candidate. You remember that like 24 game stretch there? Now a lot's changed since then. You get Bane in there. You get the emergence of the guard room being better. You get a change in coaching staff, whatever. But like, Franz can fucking hoop, man.
Yeah. My biggest L last year was taking Franz over like Cooper Flag the whole time. And that was the example I kept using. I was like, I think Cooper Flag is going to be awesome. But I'm like, you want Cooper Flag instead of Franz? And then the answer ended up being yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
But dude, this is like, we're in the 60s now, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take Franz there. I really do like Orlando this year to bounce back a little bit.
I've found myself being like a bit of an old head when it comes to like just drafting in general this year. And maybe it's just lack of like early research done by me. But like, I don't know. It's just like I gravitate to the guys that I've seen do it before at a premium level. And it's like, I've seen Franz drop 60 burgers. Let me go yell at this dog real quick. Hold on. Can you hear the barking?
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Okay, I hear the good boy. All right, Nick in the chat saying, but I've never scored a bucket on Harrison Barnes. And I have. Dude, I feel like I know multiple people in my life, well, now I'm including you in my life, that has scored on Tobias Harris. Are you Strong Island? Right? Isn't he a Long Island bro? Strong Island.
All right.
There we go. The mailman? Somebody package time?
It's actually the old milkman. Yeah, he's dropping off the old cases of milk at the door. That's what we do in Canada. No, it's like some gardener in the back or whatever, but I left the screen door open. So he's just like barking at like some guy in the distance. It's not even in our backyard. I don't know. He's not much of a barker though. So it's kind of weird when he does that. So I kind of like go check. He's got a heavy bark though.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He's got like a strong man bark, you know? Okay, we got Boston Base asking if you have any LeBron takes of where we think he's going.
I mean, my initial read was like, it felt like doesn't he feel like a cares about his legacy guy? And then after like the decision and after all that stuff, that he would want to just right the ship from like the media lens of Bron's image forever, more than just chase a ring. Yeah. Like that's kind of like what I was thinking. And that really led me to being like, he's going back to the Heat or he's going back to Cleveland, and it'll all be determined on like who the auxiliary pieces and how they structure money in Miami is, or how, and I understand the Pat Riley, you know, maybe tiff that they have between there, but some of that was like a little bit squashed with some media comments. And then the other one being like Cleveland was all about like how the Harden deal gets structured and figured out kind of thing. So I don't know. That was just bro science, but yeah.
Here we go. Back on the clock. We got Nah. We've got some Nah in Atlanta if we want another guard, or we could get our second big, little OO. It's Magic.
Let's go down a bit. What's down a bit?
If we want to guard some more A-Cuff, some Kobe White, Dyson Daniels.
Let's take Dyson.
Yeah? Let's do a little Dyson.
I'd rather have Dyson than Nah.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, like, I know Nah was incredible, but
yeah, Nah was really good last year and he shot the lights out for sure. But like, I watched a lot of those Atlanta games last year, and so much was just funneling through Dyson. And I realize he can't shoot, but like, give me the stock upside on our scoring format.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. That's why I would have been fine with Onyeka Okongwu there too, just for the same reason. Although I feel like he's really streaky when it comes to stocks, but he does have that stock upside. Yeah, I get no read on the LeBron thing. One funny comment I got on a Celtics Daily video that I was doing was that, what if he wants to play with Anthony Davis so bad that it has nothing to do with Golden State acquiring him, but he goes to Washington just like Jordan to end his career?
I mean, poetry in motion, baby. I speak it into existence one time.
That was incredible.
I get a huge kick out of LeBron has the opportunity to play with his son and Luka Doncic. And his idea of like fun and swan song, sail off in the sunset is like, let's get the band back together that never was and get Kyrie from over here and get AD from over here. That's the magic formula. Who's going to take all three of us kind of mantra. And it's just like, man, you're living in the past, bro.
I also don't remember LeBron and AD being like boys. I mean, maybe they were. I don't know, but it's just such a bizarre. I don't get it either. I don't get it. Just go to Cleveland or Miami, like you said. Okay, refuse to draft Miles Bridges, but we do have here's some other options. If we wanted our second big, Zach Edey. Are you an Edey, bro?
I mean, good Canadian kid, Zach Edey. He's going to turn the depth, the center position on Team Canada around single-handedly because we've never had a reliable big. We've had Dwight Powell and rest in peace, Brandon Clark. Zach Edey is what Team Canada needs to go burr. Let's get in on Zach Edey. People forget those 50 burgers he was dropping back in the day.
Dude, Zach Lowe and Rob Mahoney talked me back into it yesterday or 2 days ago when they were like, hey, people forget Zach Edey, good at basketball. I don't know what to do with the Memphis team in general outside of Boozer. I want to get excited about Coward, but everything I've been seeing is they're like, hey, I actually think they're just going to play everybody 24 minutes
20 minutes again. Yeah. That's the thorn in everything Memphis related side. And it's never mattered the personnel. Like they've just done that for a year and a half, like two and a half now. It's crazy. Yeah.
And I mean, they are still like such a deep team. Like I forget Scottie Pippen Jr. is there, right? So they Ty Jerome, Coward, and Pippen, along with Cam Spencer as all their guards. You got Waller Clayton Jr. down there. Go ahead.
You also got the dusty vet guys, Like you got I don't know, Russell wants the buyout, but you got like KCP's there now for some reason. Beef Stew's there for some reason.
D'Angelo Russell
buyout, like maybe not. And he finds a way. I don't know. It's weird because like at the tail end of last year, like there were guys that like we wanted to see more of. Like I wanted to see more like Javion Small and Jeremiah Meshack, and like I wanted to see those guys. Because like I was like, yo, you guys have an 8-man rotation. Like just let these kids cook and see what happens. And they didn't even let it happen. It was like, nah, Ty Jerome's going to play on a Q tag for 20 minutes and have a 40% usage.
Dude, I was all in on trying to figure out which Grizzly was the one that was going to pop. And I think the rule in the daily game was to just draft the one that wasn't getting drafted, like because they're all the same. So just take the one that's not going. Like, I've definitely had some OMP nights. I was very excited about Prosper for a while. And I hope he like cracks the rotation. Another example of that, by the way, who I meant to bring him up with TST, and we were talking about Milwaukee. Does Ousmane Dieng find his way into rotations this year?
Dude, I almost took him in the last draft in the last round there when I queued him up and I saw he could be a fourth big. I went to sticks instead because I think the pass a little clearer. But like, let's be clear, like Ousmane Dieng's not a 5. Like he's not gonna play the 5 over like Turner and Ware. And if Turner gets moved, he's not playing backup 5. Like his path to playing time is like way clearer with like no Kuzma or like limited Kuzma, or with like if JJJ plays off the bench, or like Ousmane Dieng handling role at one point last season when there was no Rollins and no KC or KPJ. Like that was fun, man. That was fantasy friendly as hell.
Dude, I almost by accident, I remember like took all 3 spots in the podium that night. That like one, I think it was a 2-game slate where Dieng was like 1% owned and he dropped like 60 fantasy points or whatever. It was
never forget, baby.
It was the best thing. I remember I had like one of my 40+ basketball games and I walked out the gym And I just had messages from like Magikarp being like, "Are you kidding me with this, Jang?"
You're the
all
best
right.
player ever.
Vooch going 104 again. You guys are all on drugs. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, you want some more Canadian love with Colin Murray Boyles? What do you like?
Yeah,
here?
let's give some love to TST there being the high guy on CMB. I was really impressed with him last year. I thought he was incredible. I thought their rotations looked so much better when they played him at the 5 and let Scotty have some like softer matchups, and then Pirtle was playing like limited minutes or he was out with the back or whatever. Man, CMB's a fun basketball player. Maybe it's not as fun if Kawhi comes there instead of BI being there from a fantasy lens standpoint, but like give me 26 minutes of Colin Murray Boyles each night and see what he can do with the Raids.
Yes, 100%. I'm with it. When whether Kawhi's there or not, I feel like he can still he can still absolutely get there. I really like once that Kawhi thing gets ironed out, if it gets ironed out, I think Raptors futures are pretty fun.
I mean, I said on the X Machine, and I think I said on a show with you last year that I thought they were like one of the most mispriced going into the playoffs teams. And they put up some fights, and that was with a injured BI and with no IQ. And they put up some fights, man. Like, and they put up some fights against some good teams, right? I
just think what they're going to be able to do defensively, if they decide IQ and RJ, why don't you guys hang on the bench for a little bit? We're going to throw Shed out here. We're going to throw Walter out here alongside all of those wings that they have. It's just incredible. All right, we got a 3-4-2 here. We're looking at some guys. I'm all set on Norm, but we got CJ Black, Tumani, Keegan. We got KPJ, Reed, Nembhard.
I don't know. You pick. I don't care.
Let's just keep let's keep the Canadian stuff going, man. Let's get Andrew Nembhard in there.
Do we think Nembhard's like?
We just took him to hold on. Sorry, what? We took him way ahead of ADP. There we go. That's a gift for the chat.
Like I struggle with Nembhard because I like him as a basketball player. I don't like him as a fantasy player. I like him. He's poor man's Suggs, in my opinion, in that he's like on ball defense that's like really good. Nobody wants him to be like the lead handler or lead shooter in the offense unless everybody else is dead and has Q tags for the night. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like, it's like, I think of him highly as a basketball player on like a winning team. I don't think of him as like, this guy's going to break, a week's worth of slates for me.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I like him a little bit more than Suggs.
Okay.
I think from a fantasy perspective, I think for winning basketball games, I'd probably prefer Suggs, but Suggs just gets hurt all of the time.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, this was definitely way too early for that part. But I do think I wonder.
I mean, in your defense, it doesn't help when your co-pilot goes, "Fuck it, I don't care. You pick."
I do love though. Like, I think we'll see. We were getting excited about TJ McConnell off the bench, and I wonder if we get way less of that this year, and that McConnell does more of a Caruso impression, and that we see Nembhard running those second units instead, which I still like.
I mean, as the resident TJ guy, he played over 21 minutes like 3 times last year. And they were on like a 10-game losing streak to start the year there, or whatever it was, that historic losing streak there that they wanted to break. He's an electric player. He's older. If they want to have a postseason run, they literally have to treat him with kid gloves all year.
We got Canadian focused question in the chat here by Power Duster. Is that a CFL size football in the back? Thoughts on bringing the Rouge to the NFL?
Yeah, we need the Rouge in the NFL. That's a staple, man. You got to run it back out of the end zone. If you take a knee in the end zone, you forfeit a point here, man. Even on punts. So we got to keep it 100 out here. You know what rule that the CFL actually has that would be really good for football is abolishing the fair catch and using the no yards. So there's no fair catch and you have to give 5 yards. So if you like are the gunner and you beat the guy down there, you have to lag off for 5 yards basically. and then accelerate again. So it keeps guys from like getting killed, but also has like action because you have to return everything.
Ooh, I like that rule a lot.
Yeah, it's actually like a legit good one. The pre-snap motion stuff is gimmicky. The ball being different is dumb. The downs being weird is, yeah.
All right, here we go. We're back. None of these bigs are exciting me here. What do you want to? We've got.
I'll sell you this pen. Let's take Maxime Renaud.
Oh, let's do it. Give me the Renaud.
Yeah, Maxime Renaud. Yeah, I'm just all in on French guys this year. Yeah, give me Johan Baranger as well. Yeah, I think the bull case is at the tail end of last year when he had the big position to himself and they were, a little bit depleted, not as much DeRozan, not as much usage from Russell Westbrook. I think he proved last year that on a bad basketball team, he can play and he can play north of 38 a night. And there's smoke around, at some point they're going to move on from Sabonis, and there was smoke with the Raptors. I don't know why they would want that necessarily, but there's been a lot of smoke about that kind of stuff. I think they see that their future is 30 plus minutes a night of Keegan Murray and Maxime Renaud and see what happens.
I like that. I just trade Sabonis, and then this is an absolute smash.
Right.
If you don't trade Sabonis, I think he still gets there at that price. So yeah, I'm with it. And you're right. He looks great at stretches. Okay, back on. Let me give you two options here. You get Jalen Suggs, so we can have the better version of Andrew Nembhard 20 minutes later.
We're going full meme bros on this, and we're taking another Canadian with Dylan Brooks here.
There we go. What just happened there? Yeah, let's get Dylan Brooks in here. We are a little light on guard with the Reeves, Peterson, Daniels, Nembhard, but I don't care. This is a Canada team.
This is. I mean, we got some backstack options here for the Canadian guard depth, right? Like Shaedon Sharp, come on down.
Oh yeah, God,
yeah.
I cannot believe Portland didn't trade fucking anybody. They're right. Between them and the Pelicans, man, who I just assumed were going to be moving multiple pieces. New Orleans not doing anything is crazy this offseason. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a midseason. I don't even know how to project these guys with all of them. I want to be high on Queen. I want to be high on Fears. Zion's probably too cheap, but are they going to be like the Grizzlies where everybody plays 26 minutes?
Right. Yeah, they very well could be. I
don't know. I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to think of who else we could backstack here. And I don't want to cheat. So I'm kind of just thinking Shaedon is obviously one of them. The other Nembhard's the other one. Lou Dort. Does he have guard eligibility?
Lou Dort.
Dude, yeah. Will Riley. Will Riley's actually a fun pick.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I was talking about Riley a little bit earlier. I love that.
Will Riley. That's a fun one. Who's
he was Canadian?
Yeah. And who's the other one that emerged last year out of nowhere? Leonard Miller.
Oh, Chicago Bulls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leonard Miller. I think that was a Timberwolves pick. I think initially. I wonder if that was in the Dillingham. Remember Rob Dillingham?
Yeah, old enough to remember. Let's
see how Nez is doing. By the way, we haven't looked at his 101 team.
He's got Jokic. It's fine.
Jokic, Trey, Bam, and then Lowry, Garland, MPJ, Ja. You took Ja last draft. Give me the Ja bull case.
I don't know. You ever heard of $35,000 on a Top Shop moment, pal? I mean, I don't know, man. I loved Ja. I fell in love with him like everybody did during that March Madness run. I loved his game. I think in my mind, who Ja is who Ant actually is. You know what I mean? In my mind, I think that's what Ja's ceiling is. Oh yeah, he can get downhill. He can finish at the rack. He can hit those threes. He's a better passer than Ant. Blah blah blah. And it's just he's not that guy. But I'll keep chasing that dragon, baby. I'll keep chasing it. I have no idea what to do with the Portland guards, dude. There's 1,000 of them.
Well, and you're right. So, is maybe the answer the cheapest? Well, not Scoot Henderson, but the cheapest one of that core of Dame, Ja, and Drew. But I mean, TST kind of brought this up too a little bit, or I forget how we got there in the conversation. But like you're used to paying for pick like 25 to 35 or whatever, and this is pick 70 something, and so it's like you have to adjust the thought process. All right, we probably got to get a guard here. Wait, is Keyshawn George Canadian? No,
no. Well, you stumped me on that one. I don't think he is.
Okay,
I don't know though.
Does that mean we have to take Shaden?
We got to take Shaden. Yeah, we got to take Shaden.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the Shaden sympathizer as is, anyways.
All right, Shaden. Wait, no, people
he is. Okay, Keyshawn George, get him in there.
Yes.
Yes.
Keyshawn George, let's go.
TST got us, baby.
Woo. There we go.
Shame on me for not knowing that one off the top of my head. Apologies.
I mean, good news. We'll probably be able to rip sharp here on our next pick. I do like that we not gave up, but we pivoted pretty hard here. All it took was a couple of Canadians.
It's so bad.
I'm gonna have to add the flag to the thumbnail.
I'm trying to think, like, that team's actually going to be like pretty good, like in the future here.
So like, Jamal can't play, right? Like,
allegedly, yeah, that's like the thing. But I don't know for certain. He's still listed on it.
Okay,
but like they got like some good like peripheral guys too, like Benny Math, Chris Boucher. We could keep chasing that dragon. AJ Lawson had a couple usable games. Caleb Houston had a couple usable games back in the day.
There you go.
Kelly Olynyk, veteran leadership, split the slate wide open.
Dude, I'm telling you, I am never clicking Chris Boucher again after I think I must have had like 30% last year in the double draw. Dude, he's going to ball. He might start at the 5 for the Celtics. Yeah.
Man, how wrong was everybody on Kata last year? Holy shit. It was like, can't draft Kata, and then, usable week after usable week, and just played very good. I mean, not necessarily from a fantasy standpoint, but like he played very, very well in my estimation last year.
Yeah. Do we just take Sharp here, by the way?
I mean, it's fun at this point.
Yeah, it is fun.
Dude, I actually think Shaden's good, though. Like, can we actually talk about Shaden Sharp? Like, maybe there's not like a path for him on that team right now. He's still young as hell. He still has like those crazy jump out the gym, like athleticism dunks where he finishes at the rim and people are like, holy shit, how's this guy not a star at times? Like, those nights where Shaden gets the backcourt to himself, like he projects for like 42, 45 when you give him like 35, 36 minutes. Like Shaden Sharp's a fucking baller. But
yeah, I'm so disappointed they didn't trade. Like I just wish, like Scoot too, I still think has like usefulness in his game, but he just is not going to get the opportunity to develop.
Yeah, my bear case on Scoot is just how passive he is. And obviously the injury didn't help last year. Yeah. But like when Sam Cassell was on that coaching staff before?
I thought he's been with the Celtics for a little bit, but maybe not.
There was someone who was like a old guard vet that was an assistant coach on that staff, and he was like super vocal about Scoot, like being like, you have to get downhill, you have to like be that guy, you have to be that drive guy, and he's just like not that guy yet. So I mean, these kids are so young still. They come into the league so fucking young.
And it always takes guards a little bit longer to develop. I thought we saw there was like a month, or maybe that's too much of a sample size. Maybe it was just like a couple weeks where he like towards in the spring where I felt like he started to figure it out, and I was like, good, just like keep letting him go, And then when they got Ja, and now Dame is going to be healthy, and you have Drew Holiday there, it's like and Sharp is long enough that you can probably still slide him in there. But man, I just wish they would have consolidated a little bit more, both for like their development and just for a fantasy perspective. Like, I don't know what to do with Portland. Outside of just clicking Dame every chance I get, I don't know what to do with Portland.
The thing is, they're all such high usage guys outside of like Tumani and Kling Kong. Like, like they're such high usage guys that like everyone just wants to squeeze the air out of the basketball. So, I mean, if you think Dame's going to play like north of 60 games this year, and like, yeah, and if you think Ja's going to play north of 60 games, like there is not a ton of usage to go around.
No, No.
Like-
And I mean, and I guess unless Dame just is like, I'm only going to be a 3-point shooter now, which it could be, but also I forgot about that. Sharp's extension still has 4 for 85 left.
Mm-hmm. I
Wow,
mean, maybe that's
okay.
why nobody wants to take a shot on him.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we have to load up on any Canadians. So we have a 6-5-3 right now. We don't need another bit. I think we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, I think we're done with the big position here.
Let's see. Do we have
Anchor
any other?
Cat.
Yeah, Anchor Cat. Do we
Dude,
have any other-
Naismith's Canadian.
Naismith, is he?
I'm pretty sure.
There
I
we
don't
go.
think he gets like mentioned in the same vein.
Let's see let's see if I can Google it in time.
Let's see. Fact check
Aaron-
me.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Nailed it.
All right.
I thought for some reason him, Betty Math, and Nemhard were all in the same backcourt and Canadian.
Why don't
Dude,
we?
let's have Jenkins. Let's
Yeah.
have some fun.
Because he at least plays close to Canada. You know,
There we go. He was so fun last year too.
dude, awesome. It completely disappeared in the postseason for the most part, but that was a fun run. That last like 2 weeks of the season without Cade.
Just give me these garbage ass hoopers at the back end here that are just gonna soak and eat volume when guys miss a week. Like when Cade misses a week, like Jenkins is going like in the top 25 in our drafts every single time. When Dame and John miss a week, like Shane Sharp's going in the top 25 of our drafts every single week. Like that's all I think about. And maybe it's like the wrong frame of mind, but like that's all I think about.
Is there anywhere Russ signs where he does exactly what you're just describing?
Yeah, Dallas. I mean, maybe they want point flag still, but they have no guards on that roster if Kyrie's not healthy and ready to go.
Dude, I love that. Let's take Russ. I didn't even think about Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, I think off the top of mind, I only know this because I'm a sick individual. I know they have Jet Howard because I follow Jet Howard around because I'm like, Jet Howard is going to have a game this year. Jet Howard's going to have a game. But like, he's like the only dude on there. Like, it's him and Sasser and somebody else or something.
Are you a Juwan Howard fan? Like, how did we get to the Jet Howard fan club?
I have no idea. Watching like some dusty ass rotational minutes of Orlando when they're down 25 and being like, this guy can hoop, man. Tell me about it. This guy can hoop.
Do you think Kyrie is on the Mavs the whole season?
I mean, not if LeBron doesn't want him to be and someone's dumb enough to pair the two of them together. But I don't know, man. I don't see the vision there for why you'd want Kyrie on that basketball team.
Me neither.
But
outside of just giving them a guard, like just having somebody who can dribble, but
yeah,
that's it. All right, let's see how the fellas did. We got Eggers up in here trolling away with Barnes, Goon, Siakam, the Castle, Murray, Hero, Nah. Wow, I got these are good picks. Nobody gets me excited in this range of Steph. I like Castle, but not. I don't know. DeJounte, Hero, Nah. We got Asar Thompson. Go ahead.
DeJounte, like we were kind of in on him last year. And Winky talked me into him last year just because the price was so low relative to the output that could follow. And his timeline was so much better than some of the other guys. He came back and he was playing on minutes and he was still giving you like 40 burgers in usable weeks. Like, do you think there's something there? Because like the Pels have to play to win. Like they have to play to win after just where Zion's at in his timeline, after the debacle of the Derek Queen deal and giving up the first rounder and like this sort of thing. Like, obviously, like people are kind of excited about Fears, I think, but like, man, like DeJounte as like a lead handler is like a very good fantasy asset with some stock upside. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's fine. I I don't know what to make of the Pelicans, and you're right. It's not like they have incentive to lose, but they just have 100 dudes, and. And they were so committed to Fears and Queen evolving a little bit. And I don't know how you play Queen next to Zion. They're going to do it, but I don't know how they're going to do it. But I do think DeJounte and Trey Murphy feel like the two safest ones who should play the most minutes, although Trey did miss a little bit of time. But I mean, again, at that pick range, like that's totally fine, I think, at 60. Like I like it. And I wonder actually when ETR's ranks come out, if that jumps him up a little.
Yeah, the DeJounte versus Trey Murphy 1v1 is very interesting because like the floor is higher on DeJounte, I think, but then the Trey Murphy, if he doesn't get moved, like we saw the right tail from him in a huge way down the
Right.
stretch last year. So yeah, I don't know. That Zion plus Queen pairing's hilarious because it's just like Ole on pick and roll stuff in the middle there. But hey, you know how you ensure that Derek Queen starts alongside him? You gotta sign DeAndre Jordan for the room dynamics. You gotta give DeAndre Jordan 2-year deal. You got to.
They have to, like, I am so fascinated by guys like that where it has to be an all-time locker room guy.
Right.
Right? Like, is he just the best fucking hang that we're like, we need to make sure he's here for not just this year, but also next year? Like, he's that cool?
Yeah, guys love chatting with him in the shower. Like, he's that guy. Yeah.
That's why I saw, like, Celtics fans were like, dude, Bradley Beal on a vet minimum? And I was like, Bradley Beal? No, that's not the guy that we already got that guy in Mike Conley. We already got him. You don't need two of those guys. And Bradley Beal, famously, not that cool.
Not that guy. Yeah. Where on the other accord, Conley is that guy. Like, people really like him. Like, the reputation that he has around the league is just, like, well respected in the locker room kind of thing.
And even at Conley at age 55, I think will bring more basketball to the table than Bradley Beal. No, thank you. We got Jimmy Butler over here. Did you see the report that Jimmy Butler's still not running yet?
I mean, I said at the first draft that we did that like that knee thing was gruesome, and their initial reaction to be like, we got to try and get Braun. We got to take a pay cut. There was rumors about trying to flip Jimmy Butler for AD, like all this stuff. I was like, man, like I think I said in our very first stream to Nez, like we're underdog guys, higher or lower 40 games for Jimmy Butler. And like, what are we doing here? And I was like, I'll take the lower.
Yeah. I'm also taking the lower. That makes me nervous. And I don't even know what team he's going to be on, you know?
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm with you. All right, we got AJ Mitchell here at 133. We love that. Burries is fun. Aldama, shout out Aldama. Boston base over here. We got a JJ Mitchell, Mobley, Duran, Debansa, VJ Bain. Honestly, I like this team until you get to Vooch, man. Vooch at 104. He's the backup center, right? Like, I think Wendell Carter Jr. will still start over him, right?
Yeah, and like, you know who's really good on the defensive end too? Goga. Like, we've talked about Goga for like so long, and it's like, you know what that team does not need? An offensive threat at the 5, because they have 4 guys who want the ball in their hands at all damn times. Like, we talked about it. Maybe the offense changes this year, but we talked about it so much last year, how Orlando was so ISO possession oriented. Like, they had 3 of the top 10 in like ISO possessions, like relative to time with the ball in your hands, in Bain, Franz, and Paulo on the floor at the same time. And it's like, they're all just trying to get theirs. And like, what does Vooch do? Like, Vooch, you know, hits a 3 or 2, plays Ole 5 defense, come to the rack and eat me alive. And then he occasionally gets you like an O board and a putback. Like, it's like, he's not that guy, man.
Vooch got a DNP in a game 7 of the first round of the playoffs. Behind Luka Garza and Namias Keita, guys. Like, no, stop it. Sorry, Boston base.
The play that the spot that he is a usable fantasy asset is on the Bulls, where it's like, we have no 5 depth and we have no secondary scoring outside of like Gideon Kobe White back in the day. Like, here, just go to work down low. We need you. Like, this is not the spot where I didn't really get it.
Yeah, and there's one other place you could draft Vooch on a team that is not trying to win games. Right. Orlando is trying to win, so it's not going to work there. But he did get Mark Williams and Jakob Poeltl behind him. I see some Najee Marshall here at the end. Let's see our guy Nick quickly. We got SGA, Denny, Book, Triple J, the Booze Hound, Harper, BI, RJ, Sharp. I do Dayron Sharp. I'm going to have as much as possible. Anthony Black, Sandro, the Pod God, Kuminga, who still might now go back to Atlanta. I don't know. Grimes, B-Ball Paul. Man, I love seeing B-Ball Paul go every draft now.
Yeah, you know what? I love seeing Nick in the chat and in the drafts. I miss my guy Nick.
Welcome back, huh?
Nick, welcome back, man. I
think it is correlated, but my most profitable season on Underdog also happened to coincide with Nick taking a break. So I do think it was correlated.
You know what? Same. Like, I got two dog bowl seats because Nick didn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a
Thanks,
dodgeball, won some contests. I even started winning soccer.
Yeah.
All right, Nez. We'll wrap it up with Nez. We'll get you out of here. We got Jokic, Trey, Bam, Lowry. We got Garland over here. MPJ, Ja, the true Triple J.
Oh my God, those are like those. This is such a John and Nez sloppy boys pick right there with like JJJ and Cedric Coward. I'm like, this fucking guy's cooking, man. Like this is getting me excited. Like, Ty Jerome, like here we go.
And then Marez Johnson here at the end. Moose Diabate, Kelly Oubre, and then Neat Clifford there at the end. I mean,
what if the Moose just gets loose? I mean, come on.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah.
John, what do you guys got going on? You got a big announcement here at 2 p.m. Eastern time?
Yeah, so Pete's going to push over the crew from the Bash right into our stream there. Light day for the daily slates, so we got to take advantage with maybe everybody's favorite contest on the platform. Yeah.
I love to see it. Love to see it. All right, we'll get you out of here. And then at 2 p.m., everybody go check that out. Weisberg's going to join us here. We got one more question, though. Where does John's Canadian accent come out the most? Is it the O's?
It's in the locker room. That's when it comes out. When that's when it definitely hits. When we're dropping a couple of, like, sauce the biscuit off the glass for the boys, eh? Like that's when it comes out.
For the boys?
For the boys.
Same thing, man. Either on the field or after beers. That's when my accent comes out the most.
There you go. Yeah, you get a little loose with it.
Yeah, I usually have it under control until I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here. It just slips out. All right, John, we'll get you out of here. Weisberg's going to join us here in a second. We're going to do another quick break so I can pee. Then we'll get Weisberg on here. We got one more draft, baby. Go sub to the Badge Bros. All right, we will be back. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, man. See you.
Likewise.
Weisberg, what's going on, man? How are we doing?
Good to see you. Long time no see, buddy.
I know. What's been going on, man? What's our biggest take right now? What are we feeling?
I mean, I enjoyed your Tatum take from earlier. Just gonna say that. I think that MVP. I'm not gonna say Tatum's gonna win MVP, but he's going to have a lot of hype surrounding him, and I would take him over SGA any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
I think it's going to be almost impossible for him to win MVP just because I don't think anyone is going to catch the stats of those other guys, you know?
Well, I think the usage and the narrative part of it is going to be a huge thing. And narrative is always a big part of MVP. And if they have like a 1 seed and he averages like 30 and 10, I think people might really gravitate that way.
Yeah, I just think, like Jaylen Brown just did that and they were a 2 seed, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what more he could do that could actually get him there. I mean, I guess if they're the 1 seed, wow, look at that. We were the last one to enter. That's beautiful.
I was a little worried because I just entered on mine and I was like, one more.
So you were also in this draft. All right. So you're
Yes,
the 3, the 2 seed. I'm the 3. All right, there we go. How many have you done these for a little bit?
I've done 3. So
yeah, nice.
Take that for what it's worth. Let me go to the draft real quick on my end. So let's see where I'm. I got 2.
Yeah,
okay.
You're at the 2 spot. I'm in the 3 spot. Let's see. We got Rorschach in here. How many of the same names we've got? We got Matty Harrison. Nick's back in this one too. God damn it, Nick. Weisberg, you see the Jordan Walsh extension today?
5 for 15, baby. Just quietly locking up all the extensions that they need to now that the JV business is done.
Wait, it's five for 15 million. Is that what you said?
Yeah, sorry, it's 3 for 15.
3
sorry.
for 15. Okay.
Yeah. So $5 million a year, I should say. And it's a team option on third year.
That's pretty good. And I'm sure he's happy to just have a couple more years locked up.
Well, and the other part of it is now they have all of their wings locked up outside of Tatum at under 3% of the cap.
Right.
Which is pretty nuts.
What are your ranks? Look, we were talking about this whole about Luka potentially being ahead of Wemby or Giannis being ahead of Luka. Like, what is your thought process here for your like first round?
I might actually go Luka here just to have some fun. I'll gift you Wemby.
Whoa! You won't be doing that.
Whoa!
I should have just let you pick Luka there.
Wow!
Jesus!
Wow! What
is going on?
Jokic at 2. Okay. Enjoy Victor Wembanyama. You gonna take Luka?
I was thinking about it, but I think
SGA at 1. What are we doing?
We'll take Luke. We'll take Wemby. Well, that's fun. That's fun. Everybody's saying you can't win if you don't get the first pick. Well, there you go.
Thank you for giving me Jokic at 2. I mean,
don't screw this up now. Don't screw it up now.
Well, I mean, it's interesting at 23, 26 because there are like some really interesting guards kind of in that range.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have, I could go double big to start.
Yeah, I saw Nez did that. Nez did that with Bam. People are asking for the NBA Jam shirt. What is the combo we have here?
Yes.
Here we got Weber and Jay Will.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Pick that one up because our guy Chewy Wolf actually got me tickets to a Kings game a couple years ago.
Oh, there you go.
And it also gave me like a free like $30 in credit to the King Star. So got this nice shirt.
Beautiful. Shout
out our friends at Summer League, by the way. For those that have not been, Mike throws a fantastic event along with Patrick Coyne on Saturday at the Cabana at MGM. That's been fantastic. We had a really good time at Summer League in general. We hung out on Friday night.
Yeah, you were there for like 24 hours.
Yeah, a little more, a little less. I mean, I left like Saturday night-ish. So, yeah, about 24 hours.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was a good trip. It was a lot of fun. All right, what I'm going to do is I just need to make sure none of these slow drafts are about to... Okay, we're okay.
We're in good shit there.
We're okay. Although now I lost my spot for this one. So then now I want 2 filters, Numi, if you're watching. 2 filters. One, so I can filter slow and fast. And then the other one is by sport.
How many slow drafts are you doing?
A bunch. I entered a bunch of them because I'm trying to do more football volume this year. Oh, wait. Shit. That's the wrong one.
So, by the way, just quickly flipping back to our draft as we're talking, Tatum went 7. Cade went ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been I've seen that happen a couple of times. I mean, I've seen Tatum go as high as like 4 and as low as 8, I feel like. So I don't think that's I mean, you can make the case, especially the same like thing that we were saying about the guard, right? Where like with Luka, that the guard is just so weak that it's actually more beneficial to take somebody like Cade that early. I'm not doing that. I'm Tatum ahead, but
how are you feeling about Tyrese Halliburton?
He's my high. I think going to be one of my higher owned guys. TST was talking me off it a little bit, just that his minutes aren't as high as some of those other guys in that range. As we just saw where he went, he just went 16. I mean, he's been going like anywhere from 20 to 25. So I'd prefer to push him, but I don't know.
I saw he was working out with Drew Hanlon the other day.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
him and Maxey together.
Yeah. I like it. I like that he's back. I think that offense is going to be fun. I like that they got another big. I'm curious to see how Zubac plays with Halliburton. I'm obviously not a Turner fan, but sometimes that pick and pop is like kind of nice for Hallie to have there. I'm curious to see how it works with Zubats. But Zubats is such a good interior passer too that I think it'll be fine.
What are you thinking to 22 here?
I'll probably try to get one of these guards, even though I don't really like Spida. I'd be fine with Brunson here, just so Nick knows that I like the Knicks. I mean, KD, Denny. I'm a little bit nervous with Portland, man. I don't really know how to figure out their usage with all those guys. I know we talked about that a little bit with John, but I'm nervous about the price.
I'm also just worried about Portland in general. Like, that season has a chance to go really off the radar completely, given all of the Tom Dundon stuff, man. Like,
yeah, the Tom Dundon stuff.
The vibes could not be worse in Portland. They just fired their entire broadcasting staff. Same shit he did in Carolina.
I saw that. I saw. Here we go. We'll take Brunson. I'm happy with this Brunson Wemby start. There we go. We're finals ready. Yeah, I saw that. I saw somebody report too. I think it was Sean Hyken of the Rose Garden Report say that this was something that he also did with Carolina, like that they immediately replaced some of the broadcast team. What did you end up doing here? You went KD?
I went Durant.
Yeah.
The thought process there is just like, as much as I would love a guard here, and I still might take like Devin Booker or Jamal Murray. Yeah, I actually think like the high end wings here do make a little bit more sense. I could go Bam as well, but I could see Bam or Sabonis being taken here.
Curious to see what this guy does here. It's, wow, Steph at 24. This guy's really he's testing us here.
This may be a draft that gets thrown out.
No, I mean, not this won't. I remember we did the one where like Mikal Bridges went 101 and that didn't get thrown out.
That's true.
I mean, he'd have to do something real crazy here. But I think Steph's in round 2.
If you take someone crazy, do I just take Denny and call it a day?
What do you mean call it a day? Oh no, he took.
He took the Banta.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I'm probably going to take Bam here, and yeah, gonna take Bam.
All right, I'm gonna take Trey, 5 spots behind ADP. So we'll have a Brunson, Trey, Wemby start. Not that I'm like super excited about Trey. Sabonis just went 28. What's Sabonis's ADP? Is that what it is? 24.
That's not what it is. His ADP is 24.
Okay. My burner is giving all the value to the wrong side of the board. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm fascinated to see what he's going to do in 4 and 5 here. This is because again, it's not like those are throwaway. Like he's not.
I mean, the Banta is
20 picks.
Probably around too early.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's almost 2 rounds too early. Well, yeah, I guess like a round too early.
Ish. Like I can see a case for round 4 to Banta. Like I wouldn't do it, but I get it.
DeBanza ahead of Trey Young.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you going to do with what do you think about the Wizards?
I think they're trading AD. I think that's first order of business. The thing that people aren't like, I saw Levitard Chair talk about this morning, and they were like, I don't know why AD or the Wizards would actually do anything with AD here. Like they hold all the leverage. No, they don't. The moment his max extension date comes up and he asks out, they lose their leverage. Like, and they're still going to get more than what they traded for. You know what they traded for AD?
Right. It was just nothing. It was what was it? CJ McCollum. No, it was CJ was in what trade? That was in the Trey Young trade. Who was in the Dallas trade?
The Dallas trade was basically 2 firsts, but one of them is a fake first.
Right.
It's basically a first round pick that's so heavily protected that it becomes 2 seconds.
But when does is the extension eligible? This
August 6th.
August 6th.
So I would guess they hold out and try to get. My guess is to the Warriors. I don't understand why he would wait this long otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, like you would have signed in Cleveland.
But LeBron
You would have signed in
yeah.
Miami by now.
Well, now
Yeah.
I like that he's saying he's not announcing it because he doesn't like that Adam Silver's rushing him.
Okay. Fine, I guess. But like, he was going to wait anyway. You're just coming up with an excuse now, basically. Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Adam Silver's rushing me. Really? He's rushing you because they need to complete the schedule?
All right.
Like, actually complete league business? Come on, fuck out of here.
I'm going to try to take Randall here, I think, with this one. That, shout out Winky and John. I mean, I don't think I would have drafted Randall a single time, but that's pretty... I like the case there for Randall. So that'll be our first wing. We're probably going to pepper wings here for a little bit. Although now I'm just fascinated what our guy in our 101 spot's going to do.
I wonder, do I take Boozer or Trey Murphy here? Or Caleb Wilson? We're going to take Boozer and supplement KD. Do you not like that pick?
No, Boozer's great. I like Boozer.
How do you feel about Boozer's Rookie of the Year candidacy? I know there's been a lot of debate about Caleb Wilson, DeBanza.
I mean, I think it's
Darren Peterson.
I think it's going to be either Boozer or Caleb Wilson. I just think the opportunity value for them to actually like contribute numbers, right? Because it's less about being like Darren Peterson might average like 14 a game on a team that makes the playoffs, and DeBanza, you know, I just think Caleb Wilson's going to put up like 20, not 25, but could easily average over 20. And I think Boozer is like a 15 and 10 guy. So I feel like it's one of those two. What about you?
I think it's the most likely. By the way, he took Harper, which makes sense.
That's still, what's his ADP though? That was still 20 spots ahead ADP, or 10, I guess. And then Kessler.
Walker Kessler.
Yeah, well, Kessler actually makes sense there, especially because he didn't take Jokic, so he needed a big.
Let's take our first guard. Speaking of rookies, I'll go Darren Peterson. Little off the board, but I need a guard. Grab Laurie. Laurie's your guy. As far as Rookie of the Year stuff, I think Peterson is the most likely choice. He's going to have a ton of usage in Utah. He's going to score a ton. I just think they're going to feature him in a way that I think Washington could get a little messy with all the guards they have.
Mm-hmm.
I assume they're going to feature DeBanza, but like things can get a little messy there. Boozer, I just think is going to be so consistent, but I don't know that his usage numbers are going to get him there. Caleb Wilson may win it though. Caleb's nasty.
Yeah, Caleb is. I just think he's going to put up a ton of points. I do think Boozer is too, though. I think Boozer's going to, like, I was listening to Zach Lowe and Mahoney, and they were talking about Boozer just like already being the best team on the league, best player on the team.
Did you see Simmons' comments on Caleb Wilson this morning?
I heard a little bit. I was like falling asleep to it last night. What was it?
He basically said, if you're a Chicago Bulls fan, you should be, what's the best way to phrase this?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. Now that you're saying this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, something to do with semen, right?
Yes. You should be coming all over yourself, basically, if you're a Bulls fan.
Yeah, Maddie, I was thinking about uploading this to AI and letting AI fix all my drops. That's what I was thinking about doing with all the trades happening with Porter.
Are we going to create more drops? Because your drops are all like 6 years old.
Well, yeah, I didn't create them.
Rock and Roller did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But are we thinking about maybe dipping into the AI well and creating something different?
Yeah, that's what we might have to at least update them.
All right.
There you go, Joe.
I'm just saying create some new stuff.
Yeah, you want to? Hey, I'll say the same thing I told Rock and Roll and Grit Dunbar. If you guys want to create them, go for it.
All right. Let me think about it.
Would be cool to be able to draft Caleb. ETR Clowns take at 30 every draft. Yeah, I'm excited for the ranks to come out. Although I guess I'm liking not having the ranks out, but I'm curious to see where they have the rooks because they do. I mean, they did it last year with Flag, and they were right to do it, but they do jam those guys up there.
How you feeling about your team so far?
Pretty good here as we're on the clock. I like this start. We got Keontae. I actually think I'm just going to take Sar here and get a second big. Yeah, I like this. I'm a little light on wing with Randall and Lowry, but I'm not like scared of it. I like that I have a Wemby Sar. I like the Brunson Trey start. But with guard drying up so quickly, I'll probably grab another guard and then go wings after that. What about you?
Just grab Dame.
Here you go.
You know, I'm a little light on guard, so I'll probably pick up another guard here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually might go a little off the board here and take Pritchard.
Go for it.
I don't know. Like, I'm not grabbing Keontae because I already have Peterson. I'm lower on Job and consensus. It's either between Bane or Pritchard here, probably.
I'm fascinated with this guy's draft because now he's like back to ADP.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Pritchard here. And hope we get the Jalen Brunson bump that people keep talking about.
Yeah, right. Honestly, I'm fine taking Fox here. This is like pretty late for De'Aaron Fox. And again, I know Harper's going to have a bigger role, but I'll happily take like De'Aaron Fox is going after Pritchard and Ja.
Look at this guard run: Lillard, George, Morant, Pritchard, Fox, Bane.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it dries up though. Like now after Nikhil, it's like Dyson, Jalen Green, Darius Acuff, Kobe White. You know, Hart. It gets a little bit trickier.
Yeah, I think this is where the wing depth really shines because you have like around where I'm going to be drafting Hawkes Jr., Jabari Smith, Jaden McDaniels, Mikal Bridges, Paul George, RJ Barrett. Like you just have a lot of good wings who are going to have a lot of usage. Even CMB, Peyton Watson, Yaxel. I think it's funny DeRozan's being taken where he is, even though no one knows what team he's going to play on.
Jeb was asking about Bane. I feel like Bane was going at the top of like the Pritchard-ish run, like maybe in the 60s, so maybe like 10 picks ahead of where he's going now. I might be making that up, but that's kind of...
It was a little higher. You could get him around like 55. Like, last year.
Yeah.
He was like my second or third guard, which is kind of where he is now. It's just he's dropped around or two. I think a lot of it just is Orlando is kind of a mess. And I think he had a really decent fantasy season. People forget how good he was last year. Like the injuries weren't a thing.
Yeah. He played through everything. I do wonder if his usage looks a little different if Suggs plays a full season, if Franz plays a full season, but I mean, he's fine. I like him. I really am buying, I think, some of the Orlando stock. I think those 11 teams in the East that we went over this in the last show, they're all the same to me outside of the Knicks. The Knicks are the clear favorite, but I think 2 through 10 or 2 through 11 are all like you could make a case for all of them to be up there.
And as you noted, just on the guards, Daniels, Acuff, White, Green, Alexander, Walker, Josh Hart. So, like, early, it's pretty wing and big heavy.
Right.
And now it's basically just guards and wings.
Right. I'll probably grab Paul George or Jaden McDaniels here just to grab another wing. Actually, you know what I might do? I might grab Jaime just because we were talking about it.
How do you feel about Milwaukee and like kind of where usage is?
Dude, I've got no read. I mean, I don't understand what they're going to fuck. There goes Jaime. All right, so we'll just take Paul George. I don't really know how they're going.
I was going to take Paul George.
I don't know what they're going to do, man. I don't know, like, how many minutes is Miles Turner going to play? Like, well, how are they going to use Yakahonis? Like, is Tyler Hero on the team the whole year? Like, I just don't know what they're going to do. Do you have any outside of Khalil Ware? That's really the only one I feel good about.
I'm going to take Jaden McDaniels here. By the way, he went right back to ADP.
Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This dude. He went Ryan Rollins, Nick Claxton, which is like...
Yeah, right around there. What is your Milwaukee take, though? I know you didn't really see.
Hold on. Let me just take Peyton Watson here around early. Need to fill up the wings a little bit. Milwaukee's weird, man. Apparently, they're going to feature Jaime as like their best player. Like that. So? That is apparently the plan in Milwaukee. Like it'll be the Ryan Rollins, Jaime Hawkins show.
Wow.
Miles Turner is still there. So he's going to have some usage, even though he's been shitting on everybody basically this offseason. Like, have you heard his podcast? He just kept taking shots at Giannis out the door.
Yeah, I did hear that. But I didn't know. I initially thought he was just a guest on Brianna Stewart's podcast, but that they host that together.
Yeah, they do. As an aside, speaking of guys who might get traded here and there, what's your thought on Peyton Watson?
I think he's staying in Denver. It sounds like Denver is way more interested in keeping him than, say, like Cam Johnson. Speaking of, Jeb said he might run back his strat from last year, just taking Bane and Johnson. But I think they'd be pretty silly to not keep Peyton Watson, even though if it's going to cost them a lot of money, I think they'd have to make some moves to like long-term for it. But I love Peyton Watson. I think his game's awesome.
So for those that don't know the Denver context, because I think it's pretty important, right now they're the only team that is going to be a second apron team.
Right.
Along with Cleveland, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking at about a $200 million tax penalty if they keep everyone and sign Braun to like at least 20 plus, or not Braun, Watson to 20 plus $1 million. And Watson wants more than Christian Braun, so at least 26 million annually. I don't know that he's going to get it, but I will tell you, Rich Paul pretty consistently will drag this out on his restricted free agents till training camp. So it's going to take a little while for this thing to go.
Yeah, the problem they run into, too, is that they just the Peyton Watson camp. Like, I think everybody values Peyton Watson, but I don't know who's paying anybody 25 to 28 million a year anymore, you know? But it does sound like Denver is going to pay. I don't think that much. I think it'll be somewhere in the middle, unless they do decide to move off of, like, does Cam Johnson get moved? I don't know.
I mean, I think Cam's going to get moved. You know,
I just don't know who the suitors are anymore.
Well, the thing is, there's a couple teams that still have TPEs available, most notably Boston and Memphis.
But Boston would still have to send somebody out.
They'd send out Hauser.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of sounds like Boston's. Say that again?
Yeah, damn.
But it sounds like Boston's done making moves. Like I'd be really surprised if they do something outside of just like a cheap guy that comes in for the last roster spot.
I mean, they have this big TPE. The only reason why you might use it on Cam Johnson is if you think you're not going to be able to get Trey Murphy.
I mean, they're definitely not getting Trey Murphy this year.
Maybe. You are putting a whole lot of hope into the idea that Pelicans management means what they say.
No, I think the Celtics mean what they say.
Oh.
The Celtics have basically said, like, we're done. We're done moving around. Like, I really would be surprised. Speaking of, let's get Bay in here. I mean, they basically said that they're done making moves. And I think that would be kind of wild if their move was Paul George. It would have to be Paul George and like 2 first-round picks to get Trey. I'd be surprised.
Yeah. I think Trey is the ultimate guy that they want. And if it means having to move Paul George and you got to deal with the BS later, you do it.
What the hell?
And to Common Man's question on does Kroenke pay the tax? He most definitely does not, which is why Cam Johnson's out the door.
Right. That's what they're going to have to move somebody.
Were you just having an issue with TST's little tool?
Yeah, it was clicking and dragging. I just had to hit that escape button.
Probably took AJ Mitchell around early versus ADP, but I do not care.
Yeah, well, he would not have come back to you, I don't think, at 143.
No, and, to me, with my guard room right now, Peterson, Lillard, Pritchard, Black, Mitchell, like Mitchell might end up being my second best guard.
Yeah, this 101 pick is nuts, dude. So SGA, Steph, DeBanza, Harper. Then he gets Kessler, Keontae, Ja, Rollins. So he's got 6 guards, 1 wing through 10 rounds, and it's DeBanza. He's got 4 bigs.
And wing is pretty light at this point.
Yeah. I mean, that's why my wing room here started Randall and Lowry and then just kind of peppered 4 after that, and Paul George, CMB, Bay, and Wiggins. You've got 2 bigs in Wemby and Sarr, and 3 guards right now, and Brunson, Fox, and Trey. So we'll grab another guard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 5-4-2 right now with Jokic, Bam, Durant, Boozer, McDaniels, Watson, then Peterson, Lillard, Pritchard, Black, Mitchell. Guard room's a little light. It's a little pray and spray, but like Jokic teams advanced at about a 60% clip last year.
Yeah.
Like if you have 2 bigs, you should be like that you drafted early, you should be advancing at least into round 2.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't draft a 3rd big, I don't think, after using 2 of your first 3 picks on bigs. I think I'd just stop with those 2.
You wouldn't take a 3rd big late?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, you can. I just like if I'm using 2 of my first 3 picks on the big position where max only 2 of them can score anyways. And
Yeah.
I think I would just take, I mean, other people would disagree. I think a lot of people try to get 3 bigs, but at this point, I don't think I would do it.
I mean, the only thing with taking Bam there is it's like, I guess I could have taken Denny. Embiid goes like 30, which to me is kind of high. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I was
ADP
just
is
showing
like
I got him at like
35.
I was just showing I had Embiid at like 44. Yeah, I think taking Bam was fine there. Like I don't think that was a bad pick. I'm just saying I don't think you need to do. I don't know if I'd get a 3rd one.
Fair.
All right. Just for people still watching or listening, I think we'll have another show on Sunday night, which will be more basketball focused, and then on Thursday next week we'll do this again. But we'll dabble into some other sports too. I think we might fire out some football.
Did you see the Gary Trent Jr. thing I posted in the chat earlier?
Yeah, just that the agent, right? Was it the agent was connected to Joe Smith?
Yeah, I'm super intrigued by this. I don't know that the rest of the chat is, but like I can see that Gary Trent investigation going real left, and it might get kind of explosive. The fact that Andy Miller's connected to Clutch. For those who don't know, Andy Miller was the guy who was the agent for Joe Smith with the Cap Circumvention 20 years ago, and was banned literally from being an NBA agent. He is an agent for operations people.
Yeah.
Meaning like GMs and coaches, but he is a VP at Clutch. And rumor has it, according to Henry Thorpe, that he is still really involved. So like that could get real messy. And apparently Miller is on the outs with Clutch, which is pretty convenient timing, but
yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm taking Morez Johnson here.
There you go.
At wing. Just to give me another young wing.
I like him a lot. I know Common Man probably likes him a lot too.
Well, I just think he's going to get a lot of minutes. They still have to deal Gafford. I was talking with Common Man about this at Vegas. They still have to deal Gafford and PJ, but I think those guys might be dealt by midseason. Johnson's just going to play a ton of minutes. And let's go Tyshon George.
We'll grab some Wagler. Although we could do Sharp again.
What about Taysom Wallace?
I'm actually going to do, why is it doing that? That's so weird. Where's Wallace at? Wallace? Oh, yeah, because I didn't have the updated ranks. Yeah, why don't we do Wallace? That's more fun.
I already have Mitchell, so,
yeah,
two birds, one stone.
Thanks for spreading the love. All right, so we're at 5-6. What did I say I was at? 5-6. I might grab one more big with my second one being Sarr, although I don't have to.
I know you've talked a lot about Common Malak from Phoenix, who had an awesome summer league. Was there anyone else at summer league that you were just pretty impressed with?
No, not that wasn't that weren't rookies. Like I thought Boozer looked awesome. I thought Caleb Wilson looked awesome. I mean, for this, I saw 2 Celtics games and I really liked, but it's not going to do anything for us in this like draft situation. But I really liked Milos Uzan. I really liked him. I hope he gets their last spot. Right, because I think they have 1 2-way left.
1 2-way left, yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's either going to be him or Tanji probably, and I hope it's Uzan. I really liked him, and Tanji's like 25. Like we are.
I like Sinak, man.
Yeah. Sinak looked great too. He looked. I mean, Dylan Mitchell. Both of those guys looked great. I went away a little less impressed than everybody else with Ugo. With what they were trying to do with him. I think he
had a great last game that we missed.
Yeah. And he's not going to play that role. I mean, it's just so it doesn't really matter. I think they're just like seeing what he can do. But I don't know. Anybody for you?
I mean, those are all the main guys.
You went on the Friday, right?
I went on Friday. Yeah. I mean, we caught that. We caught that the Bulls Grizzlies game. So we caught the Caleb Boozer matchup. Yaxel, obviously, I think. Look, if Braun doesn't go to Golden State, Yaxel's going to get 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he's going to be like a top 100 player, which is where he's getting drafted. But Yaxel's going to be really, really good out the gate.
Yeah.
And he'll be the best Warriors rookie probably since Draymond. Honestly.
Right.
Like, he's that talented, and the team really believes in him. So yeah, I would expect him to get heavy minutes. If Braun goes there, it gets a little messy. He'll still have like weeks where he might be awesome just because of the amount of injury load and how old that team is.
Yeah, forgive me for I'm going to pump the brakes just a little bit, only because I've yet to see Steve Kerr play a rookie. So I will pump the brakes a little. But no, he did look great in Summer League. And then but if Braun doesn't go there, like Jimmy is there. And so if Jimmy is back, that messes it up a little. But I don't know. The other name too, Yegor of Brooklyn looked awesome. He was truly the only Brooklyn net that looked like he could do anything. And I like the idea of them kind of giving him the keys on offense. So
I just don't know what the usage on that team looks like.
Is
it just Randall?
Yeah,
chucking 30 footers.
But I do think
like MPJ on the other end chucking 30 footers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. But I do think at least he's going to be passing it to them, and he rebounds a little bit too. So I don't know. I like him. But you're right. It is kind of gross over there. All right. I kind of like that Russell Westbrook take that we had, but we're actually going to get B-ball Paul first. We are going to get a third big.
I need to grab a wing here.
Oubre, Najee, both of those guys are fun. For the last round, Ament is fun.
I hate taking Oubre here, but as a sixth wing, he's fine.
Yeah. Man, so this guy in the one hole has 3 wings right now, and it's Debansa, Kamara, and Champagne. Jesus.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm taking our guy. Around early, I don't care.
There you go. Although I guess I can take another guard because I'm going to go 6-7-3. All right, I am going to take Russ.
Okay. So even though we don't know where he's signing.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to sign to a good team. I don't think he's going to a good team. So, and I like the idea of him going to a bad team,
Yeah. I mean, there isn't a whole lot here on the backside for your last pick, so it is what it is. But, man, I do want to take a wing, but I also might take a player that we have talked about in the past.
From the Charlotte Hornets?
No,
from the Dallas Mavericks. From the Dallas Mavericks.
That might be one of my higher late round takes, but I think Sergio, man.
I've actually seen him go a couple of times too since you have brought that up. and I guess I'm just paying attention a little bit more. But yeah, I've seen him go a couple times.
I just think like Kyrie's hurt or is like slowly coming back. They don't really have another backup point guard.
No.
And if Kyrie gets hurt again, all of a sudden you got 30 minutes a game for a rookie who I think the organization really believes in.
Yeah, did
It took
Brandon
them a lot to bring him over.
Did Brandon Williams go anywhere yet?
I don't think so.
No.
Comment in the chat can tell us, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And as for your Bradley Beal take earlier, sorry to disappoint chat. I think Brad is probably signing in Boston, is what I will say.
No, I don't think so. I think that's gonna be Miami. It'd be insane for the Celtics to do it, unless Jason Tatum's like, you have to do it. That's the only way. That's the only
I don't
way.
even think it's a JT, you have to do a thing. I think it's they want to appease that guy, and
Well, if that's what our guy wants to do with our last spot, then he can go fuck himself. Like, we don't need Bradley Beal, bro. So why don't you want to play good basketball? Bradley Beal, not a locker room guy, not a healthy guy, not a good basketball player. Like, go. I would rather have Russell Westbrook than Bradley Beal. I'd rather, there's no need to do this. There's absolutely no need to do it. Makes no sense. Like, dude, you could still be friends. You can still be friends without being on the team. Like, there's no way you get Mike Conley and then go get Bradley Beal. You waste 2 spots on guys that have knees that are combined 95 years old. Like, it makes no sense.
I mean, that's the Golden State Warriors strategy. Just you bring some old guys onto the roster and see what happens.
There we go. 2 teams that'll be out in the first round.
Celtics Daily doesn't love any of that.
Eggers right here saying, how do we feel about 71% AJ? 54% Keegan is a little crazy. I'm okay on 54% Keegan. But that's fun, though. That is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going a little light on wing here, but I think I may just take Sergio on call today.
There you go. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm a little – I don't love my Garter, and I think it's fine taking a flyer. Unless Rorschach takes him, because I know you're not.
No. Oh, Rorschach took Risache. That's what I was going to do.
A different Dallas Maverick.
Take Will Riley.
How do you feel about Risache in Dallas?
I mean, like, dude, it's just it's a free swing at, it's a free swing.
Well, Will Riley, okay.
Yeah. Give me some Will Riley. All right, here we go. Let's recap some of these. We got Nick over here. Nick over here with Maxi, Goon Squad, Mobes, Hard On, Zion at 59, and Franz at 62. That's like some good value right there. Then Nas Reed, Sharp, KPJ still alive and well, Sandro, Suggs, Tari, Grimes, Ament, and Sex God. You got Maddie with Flag, Paolo, Reeves, Chetty, Zubs, Hero, A-Cup, Asar, Fears, Kata, Keegs, Brooks, Sharp, and Gillespie with Najee and Danis.
I like Gillespie that late.
Yeah, Gillespie is
I think
fun.
he's going to be great.
All right. Weisberg, we had for you, Jokic, KD, Bam, Booze, Peterson, Dame, Pritch. Fun little guard run. You had Jaden Watson, then Black, Mitchell, Merez, Keyshawn, Oubre, Ugo, and Sergio. How do you feel?
I mean, the only question I have is, like, I think Peterson is someone who's going to move up in these drafts. Like, I think he's going to be someone who's going to be taken in, like, the 40s. Maybe even, like, high 30s.
It won't be me, man.
Look, I think he's going to,
but not.
I just think he's going to move up similar to the way Flag did last year.
I'm sure.
Especially once the ETR ranks come out. Yeah. So I'm fine getting him there. Obviously, getting Jokic at 2 is fantastic. KD at 23 is interesting. I know that's within ADP. A part of me wishes I'd maybe gone like Durant and Mobley instead of Bam. And then maybe drafted like Chet if I could have gotten him at 47, or Donovan Clingan instead, something like that.
Yeah.
As a build.
Still like good 8.62 though. I liked it.
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, Wemby, Brunson, Trey, Randall, Lowry, Sauer, Fox, PG, CMB, Abebe, Wiggs, Shep, Wallace, Reed, Russ, Will Riley. That's an
How do you feel about your team?
It's fine. I mean, Wemby at 3 is fun. I like the Wemby Brunson Trey. Trey falling is kind of nice. And then I like the Randall Lowry. My wings get a little funky, though, with like after those two. I'm banking on Paul George being healthy, Colin Murray Boyles progressing, Sadiq Bey doing what he did last year. So, but I like it. Solid
You
squad.
went double Frenchman, by the way. Didn't even
Double-
talk about it during the draft. We went Wemby and Sarr.
Oh, yeah. A lot of French. I should have gotten more French. Mistake. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell over. There we go. D'Angelo Russell over Beal. Maddie said with 16 picks, I've been taking Danis, Holland, and B-Ball Paul, depending on which position I need. But Reed's been gone before the last round a lot. Yeah, you're welcome.
Do we have any clarity on Duran?
No. I mean, I do think it's going to get taken care of, but I think they're just nickel and diming him for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like he's going to get like 4 for 100.
Yeah.
And he really wants like 5 for 150. It
Yeah.
feels like a Jabari Smith situation, except uglier because of the All-NBA status.
Yeah, exactly. Because he deserves a little bit more. Yeah. But I think they do get it figured out. All right, dude, we're gonna call it there because that's 2 hours and 40 minutes, baby. Weisberg, you got anything coming up that we should plug for the people or send people anywhere?
No, we'll be doing some double dribble content probably on here, I would guess. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll be putting out some more content. We'll figure some stuff out.
Hell yeah. I gotta dip, but we're gonna be back at, honestly, I think it's at 4. Let me actually double check quickly. I think I said it's at 4:30 Eastern. Yeah, 4:30 Eastern. About the touts. We're with our guy. Emo Cowboy, talking about his exit from So You Think You Can Tout. So that's at 4:30. Eggers, thank you, dude. Congrats, Eggers. For Weisberg, for RotoRun, for TST, thanks for hanging out today, guys. We'll be back on Sunday. If I don't see it, about the touts, we out.